Thank you very much, Steve Allen, as we are broadcasting live here from Harvey, North Dakota on this Labor Day weekend. We are gearing up for this non-region matchup. It's a Region 1 versus Region 2 for tonight, and it's actually between two 1-0 teams that kick things off here for this evening. By my left side will be the one and only Joe Jacobs. Good evening, Joe.
Hey, good evening, Kyle and everyone.
And it's going to be a good game tonight. You know, we're hoping it's going to be a great game. All right, we are back here. Some technical difficulties. Good thing it's the beginning of the game, Joe, and not at the end, right?
Right.
All right, so once again, we are here in Harvey, North Dakota for this non-region matchup between the Harvey-Wells County Hornets with their 1-0 record, taking on the Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm Thunder with their 1-0 record. And, Joe, the Harvey-Wells County Hornets are entering as the fifth-ranked team in the state for the Class A poll this week.
Yeah, they came off of a win last week. See what they got tonight here on their home field. This is their first home game of the season.
And, of course, they have a brand-new scoreboard that they're revealing here for tonight. And I was here, actually. This is my old stomping grounds, as I like to say, because I covered this area for a couple of years on the radio station over in Harvey. And I can't wait to get this game going because it's nice to see everybody again every now and then. And I'm just excited because we have a great football game tonight.
Yeah, this should be a good one, and it's I'm sure you feel good. It's almost like being right back at home. But yeah, you said this new scoreboard. It's going to have like a little video screen in it. Not sure it's all hooked up. It's brand new, but I wasn't sure if that was the sun a little bit ago or if that was the scoreboard. That thing is bright.
We'll say both. Well, once again, we are here in Harvey, North Dakota. We're going to start things off starting with some coaches interviews, some coaches chat. I actually sat down with Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm's head coach John Sheely earlier this week to talk about the upcoming game. I'm talking to John Sheely, head coach for the Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm Thunder. Coach, thank you for joining me here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Before we get to the upcoming game for this Friday, let's talk about your 34-0 win over Lakota Edmore Dakota Prairie. What does your team need to improve on from that game to the rest of the season?
One thing we took a look at is our pass coverage. We need to lock in on our zones and improve upon that, especially coming up here with Harvey. They're a little quicker team, and they like to throw it out in the flats. So we're going to kind of focus on that this week, and we did well against the run, so we'll keep doing what we do there.
And your next game, like you said, is versus Harvey-Wells County, who had a 12-0 win versus Carrington last week. What do you expect to see from the Hornets on Friday?
You know, we know they're very athletic. They got a lot of speed. They may not be the biggest team, but they rely on that speed and that athleticism to get to the ball and when it comes to running and throwing the ball too. So they're very athletic.
What players are you leaning on for the upcoming game?
For us, we're kind of going to our bread and butter. We got Clayton Greenike in the backfield. Had a good game last week. On defensively, we're looking at Nathan Peterson and Luke Wirtz in the middle to hold down the middle of the defense there for us. And we look for Jake Dewald to kind of step up this week. He had a rough start in the first game last week, but this week I think he's going to settle in and be more comfortable.
And last year, this game was actually close between you two guys in Edgeley. What do you expect, I guess? Do you think it's going to be another close game, another gridiron matchup this weekend?
You know, they did lose a few to graduation. They lost some real good kids, and we brought a lot back. I think we're a more physical team than they are, and even compared to last year, we're much more physical. So, I'm not going to make any prediction on the score. I just think coming towards the end, we might wear them down a little bit.
All right, so that was once again head coach John Sheely for what about this upcoming game. And, they brought a lot of players back, like he said, and we actually did a quick preseason interview a couple weeks ago or so. And John Sheely was super excited, and so was this group of kids, Joe.
Yeah, I think they're going to be okay this year. They started out with a 34-0 win against Lakota.
Yep, Lakota Edmore Dakota Prairie. That's a newer co-op, I would have to say.
Yeah.
And they came out all guns a-blazing on that one. And he said there's still stuff that needs to be worked on, but not a bad way to start the 2016 campaign at all.
Right. And like you said, last year, these two teams, when they played, it went right down to the final minutes or final seconds rather. I mean, it was that close of a game. So But, you always graduate some seniors, so you just never know, and that's why we play the game.
And, last year's game, I should say, was on September 4th, 2015, about that Labor Day weekend again. It was Harvey-Wells County defeating EEK 12-6, and that was in Edgeley. And once again, I think we were listening to it on the way home that one night, coming back from an Ashley game last year, and came down to the last seconds last year, and I don't expect anything different tonight.
Yeah. Well, we hope for a good game.
We hope for a good game, that's for sure. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get to the coaches' interview from Harvey-Wells County in 1 minute here on KSJB. We are broadcasting live from Harvey, North Dakota for tonight's game, AM 600 KSJB. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs here, as we're gearing off for two 1-0 teams to take off for tonight on Labor Day weekend. And Joe, as we were saying, I used to broadcast in Harvey, and it was nice to see everybody. Actually, somebody just came and shook my hand right now, and it's kind of cool because there's so many people, so many seniors that graduated from last time I was here, so I'm learning tons of new names now.
Sure, I bet you are.
And, Joe, I actually sat down with head coach Brett Doctor about the upcoming matchup between Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm. Joining me today is Brett Doctor, head coach for the Harvey-Wells County Hornets. Coach, thanks for joining me here today.
Absolutely, Kyle. It's good to hear you again.
Oh, yes.
I miss you up here once in a while.
Well, I miss you guys, too, that's for sure. Well, before we get to this week's game, let's chat a bit about your 12-0 win over Carrington last week. Carrington has always been a powerhouse in football for the last several years. What does this win mean to you and your team?
Well, actually, Kyle, it was just a good stepping point. We were really excited, obviously, to play a team of Carrington's caliber and compete with them. That's definitely, and just like you said, they're always good. And so we took a lot away from that game, but we also know that if we stop there, we're not going to get any better. So this week's been a week of focus on just improving and getting ready for a good Edgeley team, which is going to be just as equally as tough. And so, yeah, it was a big win, nonetheless, and all of that. And we're really excited about what we've got because our defense played really well and our offense did some nice things. So yeah, we were just real excited.
And what does your team need to improve on then?
We did some really nice stuff on defense. So we had some breakdowns in places that we're actually short up this week. And then offensively, we moved the ball in a couple series. We shot ourselves in the foot, and we can't have that playing good teams. And so we worked a lot this week on just shoring up those things. And then depth, as every Class A team has to have, you got to have some depth, and you definitely got to have some luck. So with injuries, so we've just been working on kind of those things this week.
And your next game, of course, is versus Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm, as you said, who won versus Lakota Enmore Dakota Prairie 34-0 last week. What do you expect to see from the Thunder on Friday?
Well, they're not a bad football team at all. They like to run the football. They like to get after it, and they've got a real good tailback. And so we're expecting a hard-nosed battle, just like we got out of. Carrington had a real good running back, too, in the Page kid. And so we're just kind of gearing up kind of for the same stuff and know that we've got to bring some swarming defense to the game where we're going to have a long night. And I'm sure they're saying the same thing. So it's just one of those things. It's a good test, again, but it's a non-region test. So whether you win or lose, you just walk away and look at how you can get better. And that's kind of been our mentality. So we're definitely excited for this test because I think the only way you can get better is to play good teams, and I think EEK is a good team. And
what players are you leaning on, and what matchups do you expect to see for this weekend?
Well, up front, obviously, every game. It doesn't matter what any level you play. It's got to be up front, and so we're looking at the lineman matchups. And then, of course, with that, you got your running back matchups and so on. But it always comes down to the guys up front, and so we're looking at our lineman matchups a little bit and trying to get better there. And our line is vastly improved from last year, we feel. So we hope to be able to do some things up front.
And, they came off that big win versus Carrington, Joe, and it shows in the rankings. When you come off a powerhouse team for Carrington, how many years in a row, it shows in the rankings. And we're actually going to take a look at the rankings right now for Class A, Joe. Ranked number 1 is Park River Fordville Lincoln. They have 7 first-place votes. Number 2 is Larimore. 3 is Velva Sawyer. Number 4 is Minot Bishop Bryan. Number 5 is Harvey-Wells County. Others receiving votes were Northern Cass, Lewis and Clark Redeemers, Milnor North Sargent, Hazen, and Killdeer. So, Joe, if EEK wins tonight against the 5th-ranked Hornets, that could easily bring the Thunder into the top 5 or receiving votes in the top 10 at least.
Yes, correct.
So it should be a fun game to watch, and we've been talking about last year's game. Yes, this is this year, but how close it was last year, it's going to go either way. I wouldn't count out any team tonight.
I agree with you, Kyle.
So we're here in Harvey once again broadcasting live for tonight's matchup between the Hornets and the Thunder. And we're going to take a quick 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll continue our pregame show here on AM 600 KSJB. We are broadcasting live from our from LC Lurch Field here in Harvey, North Dakota. Myself, Joe Jacobs, and Joe, let's take a look at the standings, starting with Region 1. Region 1, in which EEK is part of, Northern Cass and the Thunder, and also Milner North Sargent and Oak Grove are all 1-0. Carrington and Oaks are the 0-1 teams. So let's take a look at Region 2, Joe.
All right, for Region 2, Larimore, Park River, Fordville, Lankin, and Harvey-Wells County and Langdon are all 1-0. And then Rugby and Lakota, Edmore, Dakota Prairie Ag come in behind them. Now, we were talking a little bit ago about the seniors, or the game last year. So we'll jump over to the seniors that they lost. So each team here, I'll start with Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm here. They lost Tanner Zahn, Tanner Mathern, Cameron Houston, Tucker Knutson, Adam Blondo, and their receiver last year, Connor Enzi.
So they lost to quite a few big seniors, and all of them were prominent last year, and they just barely missed the playoffs last season.
That's right.
And now take a look at the Harvey-Wells County Hornets, who they lost. Brian Fike, Kobe Golddaddy, Corey McClintock, Tanner Walters, Tristan Merrill, Isaiah Merrill, Walker Schmidt, Nathaniel Donarski, and Lauren Metcalf is who they all lost year. So they lost even more seniors than the Thunder, but each team lost prominent seniors. So I guess we'll see what this happens, since we got a new crowd and new teams for both of them, but still, they're a young team for both of them, majority-wise.
Yep, that's correct.
They're going to be doing the coin toss here very shortly. When we come back, we're going to get to the starting lineups here on AM 600 KSJB. You're listening to Class A football action here on AM 600 KSJB. Here on your Friday night, Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs here at LC Lurch Field in Harvey, North Dakota, as we're preparing for a matchup. And Joe, what was the coin toss there that just happened?
Yeah, it looked like, I believe it was Harvey-Wells County won the toss, and they're going to defer. Is that correct?
I believe it was something like that. So if I'm not, we'll
go with it. We'll go with it for now.
That's why we're here. We got 4 sets of eyes, and we missed the coin toss. But either way, we got the starting lineups, though. Let's get to that. Let's get to the starting lineups. I'm going to start with the Harvey-Wells County Hornets. Offense, we're number 4. At a running back, a junior, 159 pounds, Ridge Walker. We're number 12, a quarterback, a 170-pound junior, Jared Anderson. We're number 23, a fullback, sophomore, 207 pounds, Jude Lawson. We're number 24, a wide receiver, senior at 162 pounds, Trevor Shimke. We're number 40, a running back, junior, 152 pounds, Hayden Beck. We're number 57, a center, senior, 185 pounds, Isaac Preble. We're number 44, a left tackle, junior, 162 pounds, Parker Alexander. We're number 64, a right tackle, junior, 195 pounds, Nathan Engelhart. And we're number 70, a left guard, senior, 249 pounds, Cole Fowl. We're number 79, right guard, sophomore, 249 pounds, Jeremiah Hornbacher. And we're number 85 at a tight end, a junior, 170 pounds, Hunter Ripplinger. Head coach Brett Doctor, assisted by Casey Weinman, Andrew St. Vincent, Joel Vetter, and Justin Lamada. School colors, purple, black, and white.
All right, for the Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm Thunder football team here, starting on the offense here tonight. He's a 6'3", 185-pound junior, wearing number 2. He's the quarterback, Jacob Dewald. And a 6', 190-pound running back, a junior, number 3, Clayton Greenike. A 6'3", 175-pound senior. Wide receiver tonight, and he is number 15, Brennan Vance. Then a 6'1", 185-pound junior. Fullback here tonight, number 44, Nathan Peterson. Offensive line, a 5'11", 175-pound junior, number 50, Dalton Schnabel. And a 6'2", 215-pound junior, number 55, Wyatt Nitschke. A 5'10", 170-pound senior, number 58, Casey Strong. And a 6', 190-pound senior, offensive lineman, number 61, Weston Ellingson. The center tonight, a 6', 175-pound sophomore, number 72, Parker Rawl. And a tight end here tonight, a 6'2", 185-pound senior. Number 81, Luke Wirtz. And the other senior here, a wide receiver tonight, 6 foot, 165-pound senior, number 82, Hunter White. The Thunder are coached by head coach John Sheely and assisted by Garrett Irie, Philip King, Austin Flynn, and Alex McLean here tonight.
All right, Joe, looks like we're going to have the national anthem here very soon. But, Joe, let's look at some of these other matchups that are going on in Class A. Number 1, Park River Fordville Lincoln is at receiving votes, Milnor North Sargent tonight. Number 2, Larimore is at Oaks tonight. Standing Rock is at Velva Sawyer. Number 3, Velva Sawyer. Southern McLean is at number 4, Bishop Bryan. Receiving votes, Northern Cass is at Langdon. Lakota Edmore, Dakota Prairie is at Oak Grove, and Carrington is at Rugby. So lots of Class A matchups going up here tonight.
Yep. There's going to be a lot of good games in there.
I think once the season goes on, it's going to be pretty even. All right, we're going to do the national anthem. Back in a few moments. We are broadcasting live from Harvey, North Dakota, LC Lurch Field. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs here. We're getting ready for a great matchup. 2 1-0 teams going at it, and this is a non-region matchup. But, Joe, lots is on the line for this game.
Yeah, it really is, Kyle.
I can't wait to get this game started. Joe is super excited, too, as he's trying to get his microphone all set up here. I am, too, as I think we're ready now. And here's kickoff, and the Harvey-Wells County Hornets are going to start things off, moving right to left on your radio dial, and it is going to be returned there by, let's see here, I believe that was Parker Alexander, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, Kyle.
So with that, we are going to start for the Harvey-Wells County Hornets at their own, looks like it's going to be the 36-yard line for the Harvey-Wells County Hornets. We are starting this off first quarter. This is a Class A 11-man matchup here for tonight. Going to be a bunch formation in the background, 2 wide receivers to left, 1 to the right for the Hornets, puts a player in motion. Waiting for the quarterback snap, dropping back, and Jared Anderson trying to complete to the tight end, but that one is incomplete.
Yeah, that ball was tipped out of the air by the Thunder. Intended receiver there, not exactly sure there for the Hornets, but the pass just tipped up, and one of the Thunder trying to get to it for early, but not able to come up with an interception there, just incomplete pass.
All right, so here we go. Looks like Anderson is now going to be underneath center. He's going to toss it to the right side, and trying to run away with it is Ridge Walker, the running back, and he's going to gain almost 9 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 1 now, close to midfield.
Yeah, so a nice run there by Ridge Walker as he runs to his right and then breaks up the middle before he's finally brought down by the Thunder's Talon Walks on the tackle there.
And here we go on a 3rd and short at around the 44-yard line for the Hornets. Right to left on your radio dial, their first game, home game of the season. And they're going to hand it off right through the fullback. And that was going to be Lawson, and he's going to make it 4th and short now. Let's see what head coach Brett Doctor does here now for the Hornets.
Yeah, let's see what he does. Boy, he just grabbed that handoff and ran right up the middle, and boy, he ran right into Nathan Peterson there. Defensive lineman there for the Thunder making the stop.
So it is going to be 4th down near 50-yard line, and they are going to go for it. 4th and super short. Underneath center is Jared Anderson. I formation. Anderson, no, he's going to keep it himself. Trying to plow forward, and a defensive stop by the Thunder.
A nice stop there by the Thunder. Lane Hansen and a couple others team up there for the tackle. Anderson just tries to keep it and runs to his right, and just nothing there but the Thunder defense.
All right, so here we go as we're going to get back to the other side, and the Thunder are starting with great field position, Joe.
Yeah, right about, the 46-yard line here of the Hornets.
And so here we go. They're already in Hornet territory with not even a kickoff. Let's see what EEK can do here for the first drive. And they're going to run it onto the right side and try to run away. And gets a good chunk is going to be Clayton Greenike, and he's going to get the first down. That's a 12-yard gain by Greenike.
Yeah, Greenike grabbing the pitch out off to his right, running toward us here on the near side of the field, and then as he got to the edge of the field, breaking up the middle, and a nice job there, about a 12-yard gain, going to put the ball up to about the 33-yard line here. That is in Hornet territory for the Thunder.
So the Thunder starting off with great field position. They got the first down of the game. They are officially roughly at the 34-yard line. And here we go again. It's going to be another handoff, but there comes the Hornets defense and swarms Greenike on the carry. That's maybe a loss of one, but it looks like loss of one officially by Greenike.
Lawson there on the tackle for the Hornets, coming right through, did a nice job reading that play as Greenike took the handoff, running to his left, and there was nothing there. But the Hornets, Jude Lawson on the tackle.
2nd and 11. The ball on the 35 of the Hornets. I formation. Dropping back. Throws a pass. Completes to the tight end there on that quick pass to Luke Wirtz. First down and more. That's a gain of almost 20 yards on that completion.
Yeah, nice quick pass out there by Dewald as he read up the middle. Luke Wirtz had to pretty much jump for that ball, but he's able to reel it in. And a nice grab as he was pretty much had to fall to the ground after catching it. Wasn't able to run too far, but puts the ball, just inside the 20-yard line.
It's about a 19-yard gain or so. Here we go. Underneath center is Dewald. I formation. Hand off to Greenike again on the left side. He's just plowing forward over the Hornets defense, and that's another gain of about 6 yards or so near that 10-yard marker there in the red zone.
Yeah, it looked like once he took the handoff there, Greenike was just going to probably be stopped around the line of scrimmage, but he had some pushing help from his offensive line, and they pushed him forward. So about 2nd and 5 here.
Yeah, about 2nd and 5 inside. It looks like it's on the 11-yard line officially. It's going to be an I formation for the Thunder. 2 wide receivers to the right. There's a snap. He's going to roll out as the quarterback, Dewald. He's going to throw to the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. Thunder, just like that.
Brennan Vance on the complete pass there for the Thunder, making the catch in the end zone here on the near side corner. So the Thunder score first here on a nice pass to Brennan Vance for the Thunder.
So that's a 11-yard touchdown pass officially to make it 6-0, and it's going to be a field goal attempt. Kicking for the field goal is going to be Cole Gehring. It's up, and it's right through the uprights, and just like that, it's 7-0. Thunder in the lead in Harvey. 8:53 remaining. We'll be back in 1 minute on KSJB. And there's kickoff, and the Hornets return it near the 41-yard line. And Joe, just like that, it's 7-0 after that nice, beautiful touchdown. Who returned that kick for the Hornets? I believe
number
it was
63.
Yes, and I believe that's Parker Alexander.
Parker Alexander, yeah. We had a little miscommunication there, or got the wrong numbers from earlier. So
here we go for the Harvey-Wells County Hornets. Underneath center is Jared Anderson, I formation. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper, but I think we have a false start. Somebody jumped before even the snap, and it's going to be against the Hornets. Now make it a 5-yard penalty to make it 1st and 15. The ball is on the Harvey-Wells County Hornets 30-yard line.
So that'll, move them back, like you said, Kyle, to the 30. That's where they place the ball. Hornets will take set on the field here now.
8:44 remaining, first quarter, 7-0. Thunder in the lead. And there's a quick handoff for the Thunder to Hayden Beck. For the Hornets, Hayden Beck. And he is going to gain 1 yard on that play.
Yeah, that stop made by Nathan Peterson for the Thunder. But a 1 yard, just a handoff run right up the middle.
That will make it officially 2nd and 14 around the 32-yard line. It's going to be shotgun formation for the Hornets. Jared Anderson with a running back beside him. Bunch formation on the left. And he's going to throw it out. A good 20-yard pass, and that was intended for, it looks like Trevor Shimke, incomplete. And that will make it 3rd and long.
Yeah, he just overthrew that ball. About a good 5 yards overthrown. He saw the read. Anderson had a nice read on Shimke, but Shimke just not able to catch up to it as it was just pretty well overthrown.
So here we go. The Hornets are facing a 3rd and long. They have not got a first down yet. The Thunder defense doing very well. See what the Hornets can do now. As it's going to be Jared Anderson dropping back for a pass. He's going for a long one. Intended for Shimke again and overthrown by 5 yards once again to make it 4th and long.
Pretty much looks like they went for the same almost exact play, and Shimke again just not able to catch up to that ball. Nice pass though by Anderson, but just putting a little too much on it here on those last two throws.
So with that, the punt team now comes out for the Hornets on a 4th and long around their own 32-yard line. As we have at the backfield is Dylan Madke and also Philip Hagan. And they're going to just let it bounce, take a Hornet bounce inside the 35-yard line is where the Thunder will be starting.
Yeah, real high kick, Kyle. That thing went pretty high in the air. And looked like Matke just kind of let it bounce, and it bounced in favor of the Hornets, about a 6-yard bounce. So that'll start the Thunder here about their own 34-yard line.
7:53 remaining, first quarter, 7-0. Thunder are in the lead here in Harvey at LC Lurch Field. Underneath center. Once again, it's going to be Jacob Dewald. Play in motion, fakes the toss, but then hands it off to left side to Greenike. Greenike has running room, gets the first down and more, near midfield, inside Hornet territory. That is a beautiful, almost 16, 17-yard run by Greenike.
Yeah, real nice job there by Clayton Greenike running that ball. He read that, a nice fake handoff, was able to run to his left all the way to the far side of the field and then crosses over the 50-yard line. So they got the ball about the 48-yard line now in Hornet territory.
1st and 10 inside Hornet territory, and we have a flag before the ball got even snapped. It looks like it is on the Thunder. Offsides against the Thunder.
Well, they had to equal it out. They each have one penalty now. Both teams, a 5-yard offside penalty.
7:32 remaining, first quarter, 7-0 Thunder in the lead. That was after 11-yard touchdown pass officially from Jacob Dewald to Brennan Vance.
Yes.
Extra point was good on that play. Here we go, facing a 1st and 15 now, back in their own territory, just right near midfield. The Thunder are I formation. Underneath center is going to be Jacob Dewald. One wide receiver to left, one to the right. Toss the Greenike. Greenike is again swarmed by Hornet defense, not after he gains 3 yards, right on the 50-yard line.
Yeah, nice, strong play there by Greenike. But Lawson there, I believe it was, making the tackle for the Hornets. Lawson and Shimke, I believe, team up for the tackle for the Hornets.
2nd and 12, right on the 50-yard line for the Thunder. 7-0 Thunder lead. Underneath center is going to be Jacob Dewald. I formation. One wide receiver to left, one to the right. Dropping back for a pass. Dewald inside the middle. And that's a completion to the tight end once again. Luke Wirtz. That's a beautiful, looks like a 9-yard pass.
Yeah, nice pass right up the middle. Wirtz able to kind of jump between a couple defenders and grab that ball.
And we have a timeout for the Harvey-Wells County Hornets. They are down 7-0, facing a 3rd and 1. Back in 1 minute, KSJB. We are back here in Harvey, and that is a first down with right plowing through the middle was Clayton Greenike for a 5-yard gain. And just like that, back in Harvey territory for the Thunder.
That's a 6th carry for Greenike already. And let's see, you got about 43 yards roughly for him already.
And he's running through the defense pretty well right now over the Hornet defense.
Yep, the last play looked like the Hornets were kind of starting to pick up, but kind of expecting it here, so we'll see what happens now.
So it's a 1st and 10. The ball is on the 35-yard line, dropping back for a pass. Dewald completed once again to the tight end on the far side. Completed to Luke Wirtz, and he is going to gain roughly 6 yards on that pass. So the passing is going very well for the Thunder.
Yeah, they're 4 for 4 so far. And got about 47 yards of passing so far. That one again completed to Luke Wirtz as he was just a quick rollout to his right and brought the ball up to about the 29-yard line, let's say.
5:34 remaining, first quarter, 7-0 Thunder. Underneath center is Jacob Dewald, bunch formation in the back. And they're going to toss it left side. Greenike has blockers, plows forward, gets the first down, and that's another 9-yard gain by Greenike. He is just running over the defense.
Yeah, looked like Jared Anderson on the tackle for the Hornets and a group of others there as well. But Greenike, a nice run up the middle there again, brings that ball up to about the 21-yard line.
5:18 remaining, first quarter, 7-0 Thunder in Harvey. Beautiful night out here. Rain showers rolled through. And right now the Thunder are driving in Hornet territory at the 21. Underneath center is going to be Dewald, I formation. And they're going to hand it off this time to the fullback, Talon Walks. and he is going to gain roughly 5 yards again on that carry.
Yeah, nice, powerful run right up the middle. And just gets, like you said, 5 yards, running it right up the middle. And
4:41 remaining here in the first quarter. Waiting here for the next play as they're just taking their time, the Thunder are. They're really moving the clock here for the Thunder. Not really too many breaks.
No, that was the first carry for Talon Walks for the Thunder.
Underneath center is going to be Jacob Dewald, I formation, one wide receiver to the right, puts the wide receiver in motion on the left side. They are going to have a flag, though, before anything got going. False start on the Thunder.
So that'll move them back 5 yards.
Yeah, about 2nd and 9, it looks like. Still at the Harvey-Wells County Hornet 20-yard line.
Yes, right on the 20-yard line.
So they are officially in the red zone, facing a 2nd and 9, leading 7-0, 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs, we are streaming online, KSJBAM.com. Don't forget to download our free app for your phone or tablet. Underneath center is Dewald, I formation. He's going to fake it, but hand off the Green Ike. Almost got the Hornet defense after him. He's still plowing forward after missing a couple tackles for the Hornets, and that's going to be a 3rd and short coming up for the Thunder.
Yeah, about a 7-8 yard gain there for Green Ike, powering his way off to the left as he broke a couple tackles. He had about 3 Hornets hanging on him, and I feel a few sprinkles by my window, Kyle. It's not totally clear out there, but it's not raining by any means either.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night here. 3:22 remaining on this Labor Day weekend. Class A football action here on AM 600 KSJB. Jacob Dewald underneath center, I formation, puts a player in motion left side, and we have another flag on the play. That's going to be another false start again for the Thunder to make it 3rd and long again.
Yeah, it's going to move them back to about the 18-yard line here. That'll be a 5-yard penalty again. And put it on the 19 is where they put it, so they're almost back to where they started at 2nd and 9 a little bit ago.
Coming in here from the play from coach is Hunter White for the Thunder. They're going up to the line of scrimmage. Under 3 minutes remaining now. Here come the Hornet defense. I formation, dropping back, forward pass on a 3rd and long, and that's a sack by the Harvey-Wells County Hornets. Going down will be the quarterback, Jacob Dewald.
Yeah, I'm not sure who made the tackle there. It looked to me like a couple different Hornets. It was
Axel McKinnon.
Yeah, McKinnon actually on the tackle there. And I'll tell you, Dewald was ready to throw that ball to the end zone, it looked like, and he got hit without even knowing. I mean, he went down fast, let's just put it that way. He was hit from the side, blindsided.
So with that sack, they lose roughly 5 yards. They're going for it. 4th and 13. They're doing a reverse. And here going the other way is Brennan Vance on the reverse and stopped before the original first down marker. Turnover on downs. Hornets get the ball back near their 25.
Yeah, it was kind of a reversal play. It was Green Ike running to his right off the snap and then handing it to Brennan Vance. Vance then had to run left and couldn't quite get a block he needed on the far side of the field, and down he went about the 25-yard line. So they put the ball right about the 25 here for the Hornets. We start going the other way.
Right to left on your radio dial. Hornets are down 7-0, 2:14 remaining, first quarter. Thunder in the lead. Here's a handoff. Going right on the right side. That's Hayden Beck on the carry. Number 40 on that, so he's going to gain 5 yards for that carry. Is Hayden Beck.
Yeah, Talon Walks gets the tackle for the Thunder, just running it right up the middle. Almost broke through there was Beck, but Walks able to tie him up by the ankles and bring him down.
Under 2 minutes remaining, first quarter, 7-0 Thunder. Underneath center once again is Jared Anderson. I formation, 2 wide receivers to left, puts the wide receiver in motion, Ridge Walker. They're going to be a handoff to the running back, and that is a loss of yards on that carry by Hayden Beck, a loss of 2.
Yeah, Green Ike on the stop for the Thunder, and just a nice read on the defense there as that ball handed off to Beck for the Hornets.
1:08 remaining first quarter, 7-0 Thunder. Hornets control the ball, facing a 3rd and 8. They have not got a first down yet. That's a quick pass. Completed. Trevor Shimke trying to plow forward, and he gains roughly 5 yards, or waits. It might be a first down. Yes, it's a Hornets first down. That's a completion of 8 yards for Shimke.
Wow, just right on the edge of getting that first down. It was Brennan Vance making the initial stop, but he needed a little bit of help from Luke Wirtz for the Thunder to bring him down, and just because of that last little bit that he grabbed, he got the first down for Shimke.
46 seconds, 1st and 10 on the Hornets' 47-yard line. The Hornets control the ball. Jared Anderson, I formation. They're going to hand it off to Beck on the right side. He's getting plowed on the right side and loss of 2 yards.
Yeah, Beck running to his right, and as he was running to his right, is Hunter White right there to wrap him up and bring him down. Him and Luke Wirtz there combined for the tackle on Beck.
19 seconds, first quarter. Looks like this will be the last play of this quarter. 7-0 Thunder are in the lead against the 5th-ranked Harvey-Wells County Hornets. Are they going to run out the clock, it looks like, though, because there's 7 seconds. Looks like there will be enough time to just wrap up the quarter. After 1 quarter, Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm Thunder 7 and the Harvey-Wells County Hornets 0. Back in a minute, KSJB. We're broadcasting live from Harvey, North Dakota, LC Lurch Field. The Thunder from Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm lead the Harvey-Wells County Hornets 7-0. Second quarter about to start. The Hornets going left to right on your radio dial, and the Thunder got off to quick starts. We'll see what the Hornets can do as they've been stuffed on defense. Dropping back, pass, going up for a long one, Jared Anderson, and that was double covered. Intended for Shimke, and he gets up slow.
Yeah, Shimke, the intended receiver there, but had to jump between Ryan Ost and also Philip Hagen on the good defensive coverage there for the Thunder, and that ball was pretty much not catchable then for Shimke down the field. That would have been roughly about a 17-yard catch had that been completed.
We just started the second quarter, 7-0. The Thunder in the lead, facing now the Hornets are facing a 3rd and 9. And we got a timeout for the Hornets, their second timeout of the half. They are down 7-0. Back in a minute, KSJB. We are here in Harvey, North Dakota. The Hornets took a timeout, facing a 3rd and 9, 7-0. Thunder in the lead at their home stand. Shotgun, dropping back, looking. Jared Anderson, completed, wide open, going, trying to go all the way is going to be Shimke, and he almost got away. That's a huge, almost a 40-yard gain by Shimke.
Yeah, he was wide open. His man fell down and took full advantage of it, and Shimke able to run it back. Brennan Vance finally catching up with him. Ryan Ost trying to get there, but wasn't able to bring him down, so that puts the ball all the way up here on the 15-yard line in Thunder territory, roughly.
That's roughly a 45-yard gain from when I last counted on that pass. That's a 45-yard completion. Shimke's having a heyday. He's already over 50 yards. Here we go for the Hornets, facing a 1st and 10 inside the red zone. 11:27 remaining. Player in motion, the tight end. I formation, waiting here for the snap. There's the snap. Right side, trying to plow forward, is going to be Hayden Beck. And he's going to gain 2 yards.
Yeah, just right up the middle. Took the snap, and it was Lane Hansen and a few other Thunder making the stop there.
11:06 remaining, second quarter. Thunder up 7-0. We are streaming online, KSJBAM.com. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs here on your Friday evening Labor Day weekend in Harvey. Waiting here for the snap, and they're trying to organize the play, some miscommunication, but underneath center is going to be Jared Anderson. Anderson dropping back for a pass. Nice pulled inside. Almost intercepted by the Thunder in the end zone.
Right into the hands of Philip Hagen, not able to hang on to it, though. I think he was more surprised. He was just not sure if he was going to knock it down or grab it, and he wasn't able to quite hang on to it once he had it knocked down. So incomplete pass there.
That was right to him, too, on the defense.
Yeah.
So the Hornets now facing a 3rd and 9 inside the 15. They are down 7-0.
The closest that the Hornets have been to the end zone here so far.
Here we go, I formation underneath center. Jared Anderson puts a player in motion. That's going to be Ridge Walker. Handoff, no, it's a fake rolling out to the right side. Is going to be Jared Anderson, thrown to the end zone. Touchdown, Harvey-Wells County Hornets. We are 7-6, Thunder in the lead. Extra point pending.
Yeah, nice rollout to his right and having plenty of time to pass. That was Anderson there. And that pass was to, not even sure, Kyle.
Well, we'll check here once we get to the commercial break. We'll make sure who that is. As we're waiting for the extra point here. That was number 85. That was Hunter Ripplinger.
Yep.
Hunter Ripplinger, and we have the extra points. Actually, a timeout. I think a timeout before the extra point. 30-second break, KSJB. That last play was a 14-yard touchdown pass from Jared Anderson to Ripplinger. Extra point is pending. Now, no two-point conversion. Two-point conversion. Trying to go up by one. The Hornets are. Player in motion underneath center. Anderson fakes it. Right. Going for a pass. Wide open. Tight end. Two-point conversion successful. The Hornets take an 8-7 lead. Back in a minute. KSJB. There's the kickoff. It's mumped, and it's picked up by Philip Hagan, but it's still going to be a 1st and 10 coming up inside the 30 for the Thunder, down by 1 point.
Yeah, so the Hornets, they answer back finally here in the second quarter, and now we'll see what the Thunder can do with it here.
And they're starting at their own 30-yard line for the Thunder. So they were going to go for an extra point. Brett Doctor took a timeout and decided, let's go for 2 points. Now the Hornets are up by 1. The 5th-ranked Harvey-Wells County Hornets versus the Thunder. Good game here tonight on KSJB. We're going to have a motion, and it's going to be a handoff with a flag as that running by Clayton Greenike. But without flag, who's it on, though, Joe? We'll see.
Yeah, not sure yet.
That was about a 7-yard gain. 2 by Greenike, but who's the flag on?
They're just all looking at the ground. Who's going to make the call?
Well, it looks like the defense captain is accepting the play, and it's going to be a holding penalty on the offense, which is the Thunder, and that means they are moving back the 1st and long. So 1st and 20 for the Thunder now, deep in their own territory, inside their own 20.
Yeah, so that's the furthest back they've been pinned tonight, so we'll see what they can do here with this.
Still a lot of game left. We're in the second quarter. 10:22 remaining. 8-7. Hornets are in the lead over the Thunder. Underneath center is going to be Jacob Dewald, and we got another flag on the play. False start. So they're moving back another 5 yards. That's 25 yards in penalties to start out this series for the Thunder.
They've already got 30 yards now with that in penalties here tonight, and most of those are offsides. That was the 4th offsides call on the Thunder here for this game so far.
It's going to be 1st and 25. The ball is on their own 14-yard line for the Thunder. They're going to go up to the line of scrimmage. Underneath center is going to be Jacob Dewald, the junior. I formation, tossing it. Greenike cuts back outside, and he gets tackled after gaining about 5 or 6 yards. He'll be about officially a 7-yard gain outside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Greenike getting that ball, running to his left all the way to the near side here, trying to turn and run up the sideline, but he was tripped up there by the Hornets defense. So they placed the ball about the 22, 23-yard line here.
Under 10 minutes remaining, 8-7. The Hornets are in the lead at their home stand on this Labor Day weekend. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs, streaming online, KSJBAM.com. Underneath center, Dewald. He's going to drop back for a pass to the right side, completed to the tight end. Trying to get forward is Luke Wirtz, but he actually might lose a yard or maybe gain nothing, so it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, just a quick rollout to his right, but he was double covered there by the Hornets. And Luke Wirtz catching that, and he was tackled right away. So that's going to put him back at about the 22-yard line. So about a loss of 1, or like you said, just real close to where they were.
3rd and 18, 9:09 remaining. Thunder deep in their own territory, rolling out. It's a screen pass. Picked up by Wirtz, and the Hornets read the screen pass. That is a loss of about 2. 4th and long. Punt team is out.
Yeah. Let's see, it was McKinnon on the tackle there. And Shimke also on the tackle.
As we await here for the punt team here for the Thunder. The Hornets returning is going to be Shimke near midfield. Snap. Up. Punt is decent. Hits the 50. Shimke is going to let it roll out of bounds. Looks like roughly inside the 47-yard line. So it's going to be the Hornets first and 10 at their own 46.
8:21 to go here in the first half. Harvey-Wells counting 8.
As it's 8-7, the Hornets are in the lead after that punt by the Thunder.
They're going to place the ball at about the 46-yard line. Hornets will start their drive in their own territory, working left to right on your radio dial as they're still in their huddle. Now
we'll see what the Hornets can do in this round and the Thunder can do on this defensive round. It's been a very close game, back and forth, highs and lows for both teams. Dropping back into shotgun formation. That's going to be Jared Anderson, and it's completed. A far pass. That is a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, a 35-yard completion inside Thunder territory.
Yeah, nice pass there by Anderson, putting that up to Shimke. Shimke gets up kind of limping. He's going to wave off. He's going to run off the field. He looks a little banged up there from that.
Shimke is shy of 100 yards receiving already. After not throwing too much and missing throws in the first quarter, the Hornets have come out throwing pretty well. Under 8 minutes remaining, first and 10. The ball is on the 24-yard line. We have a flag before anything happened.
Penalty, illegal substitution.
Illegal substitution on the Hornets.
It'll be first and 15.
First and about 15 again.
Yeah, about a 5-yard penalty. They'll move back here.
So the Hornets, quite a few penalties on both sides of the football. 7:51 remaining, 8-7. The Hornets are in the lead. The 5th-ranked Hornets taking on Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm Thunder. First and 15, the ball inside the 30-yard line in Thunder territory for the Hornets. Bunch formation, fakes it, almost got sacked. Dropping back is going to be Jared Anderson, trying to complete it to the running back. No good, incompletion to Ridge Walker.
Yeah, Ridge Walker, the intended receiver there, like Kyle said, and he just was a little bit behind the pass, but Anderson under some pressure there by the Thunder as he rolled out to his right, and an incomplete pass.
7:34 remaining, second quarter, 8-7. A close defensive game here tonight. A great game on KSJB.
Yeah.
We are streaming online, ksjbam.com. This is a non-region matchup here tonight in Harvey. Hornets are wearing their black uniforms, purple numbering. Thunder, white uniforms, black numbering, gold trim. Dropping back, going up for a long pass. Jared Anderson intercepted by the Thunder.
Ryan Ost is going to grab that one. He read that one, and he knew exactly where he needed to be. A little bit overthrown by Anderson, and interception there. So Ryan Ost for the Thunder comes up with a big play on the defense, catching that in the end zone, but able to intercept it here for the Thunder.
So it's going to be first and 10 on the 20 for the Thunder after that huge interception by Ost.
So now the Thunder will work right to left here on your radio dial.
D-Wald underneath center, puts the tight end in motion, and we have another flag on the play. And that's going to be actually a timeout, Timeout for the Thunder. We will too, back in 30 seconds here on KSJB. It is 8-7. The Hornets are in the lead at LC Lurch Field in Harvey, North Dakota. 7:28 remaining, second quarter. A great game tonight. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs. Timeout by the Thunder. They're facing a first and 10 after that interception by Ost.
Yeah, they'll start at about their 20-yard line.
And that's going to be a toss to Greenike. Cannot come down, and he is going to gain roughly 13 yards on that carry. Greenike is unstoppable on the run game.
Yeah, he had gained about 8 yards when I believe it was Jude Lawson grabbing him, wrapping him up, and he drug him for an extra 5 yards. So about a 13-yard gain there by Greenike as he ran to his left after the handoff from Dewald.
The 5th-ranked Harvey-Wells County Hornets are leading the Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm Thunder 8-7. There's a handoff. Greenike running room, right side, and he's still plowing forward after a swarm of Hornets couldn't even bring him down. That's another gain of 9 yards.
Quite an animal in there. It took about 3 or 4 Hornets, and after he even hit and gained a few extra yards on that driving play, getting a handoff, running to his right this time and up the middle. So that ball is going to be placed on about the 43-yard line here.
2nd and short, like you said, on the 43-yard line in Thunder territory. Thunder control the ball. Why not? Let's just run it, but that one did not work. This time getting the carry, that was Peterson, Nathan Peterson. That's his first carry.
Yeah, the fullback here tonight, and he just tried to run it right up the middle, but boy, there was 4 Hornets right there, a group of them that just took him down. He had nowhere to go.
Loss of 1 on the play to make it 3rd and still short, 3rd and 1 or so, but it may be a few inches lost. Underneath centers, Jacob Dewald, the I formation. Why not? They're going to hand it off to Greenike this time, trying to get that first down. That's close on a 3rd and short, Joe. Very close.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be... it's going to be inches, I think.
Well, we're going to see what the officials decide. They might bring out the chain gang.
Yeah, they're talking about it.
They're bringing them out.
Yep. I think it's close enough. Looks close enough from here.
Oh, yeah, we're quite a few feet away from where the officials are. So it's officially 3rd and 1. It'll be either 4th and inches or first down. Chain gang is out. Chains are down. First down for the Thunder.
That was a well-needed first down for them after they started out so strong in the game and just haven't been able to make a few. So we'll see here. That's putting them at about the 44-yard line. They're still in their own territory. They have not crossed midfield yet, so they're still working on a drive.
6 minutes remaining. 2nd quarter, 8-7 Hornets in Harvey. Thunder. Toss. Greenike, right side, plows into his own man, still going, gets the first down, 11-yard gain by Greenike. He is having a game. That's his 13th carry.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to gain about 5 yards on that play and bounced off a good block from one of his own offensive linemen, and he was able to plow his way back up and brings that ball up to about the 44-yard line now in Hornet territory.
5:40 remaining, 8-7 Hornets. Thunder driving. Why not? Greenike, right side. That time he only gained 2 yards. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, it looks like.
That's the 14th carry for Clayton Greenike here tonight in this ball game. So he just tried to roll out to his right, took the handoff and trying to get up the middle, as it worked last time for 11 yards, but that time only for 2.
2nd and 9. The ball inside the Hornet 45-yard line for the Thunder. D-Wall dropping back, pass in the middle, wide open to the tight end once again for the first down. That's a 10-yard completion. Once again,
Luke Wirtz on the completion there, right up the middle. A nice pass there by Dewald. Almost looked like it was going to get deflected. It went right over 2 of the Hornets' heads, but right into the hands of Luke Wirtz, and he's able to bring it up to the Hornets about 31-yard line.
That's the 3rd time that play has worked against the Hornets. Here we go underneath center. It's going to be Dewald again. I formation and now bobbled snap. Actually, it's going to be a false start. So maybe the center false started.
Yeah, that could be, because actually Dewald looked like he was going to bobble it, but I believe he might have heard the whistle. So just another 5-yard penalty. Offsides again here on the Thunder.
4:34 remaining. 2nd quarter, 8-7.
That's the 5th offside call here on the Thunder in this first half.
Lots of penalties between both teams. Dewald going to take it. He's going to run it right side, and he is going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. A broken play. I didn't think they know which one they were running, because some of them were looking at the coach with their hands up.
Yeah, I think that was miscommunication there. Nathan Engelhart on the stop for the Hornets. So really, that's going to put the ball at about still at 36-yard line here. The Thunder working in Hornet territory.
Under 4 minutes remaining in this second quarter. 8-7. Hornets in the lead in Harvey. Sun going down. Lights are on. Labor Day weekend. Underneath center is going to be Jacob Dewald. I formation. Rolling out to the right side. Almost gets sacked. Steps up in the pocket. Another completion to Wirtz. That play is working beautifully. Tight end right in the middle. Another 6-yard completion.
A nice grab there by Luke Wirtz. So Wirtz reeling that one in. You could see Shimke from the Hornets a little disappointed with himself for letting that pass go again as he kind of slapped the ground getting up there. But a nice job by Luke Wirtz.
That's
Dewald.
That's the 4th time that pass has worked. Underneath center. Dewald. Toss. Why not? Greenike. Left side. Runs over a Hornet. Another Hornet. And that's a first down for the Thunder. 3 minutes remaining. They are down by 1 point.
Yeah, nice run there from Greenike as he works his way to his left and coming toward the near side of the field. He put his shoulder down, hitting, I believe, Shimke, and just bouncing off him and gaining about another 3 or 4 yards on that run.
Under 3 minutes remaining. Thunder are down by 1 point. And they're going to hand it off to the fullback this time. Spinning and moving and gaining a couple yards is going to be Nathan Peterson to make it 2nd and 9. 1 yard gain.
Yeah, Parker Alexander on the tackle there for the Hornets. Just a 1 yard gain roughly for Peterson.
This drive started at 7:28. It's already 2:31. A long drive going. A good mix of pass and run for both teams today, actually.
Yeah. Yep, I agree with you, Kyle.
5th-ranked Hornets taking on the Thunder that are 1-0. Last year it was a 12-6 game in favor for the Hornets. Here is Greenike. Right side, has room, going towards the end zone. Touchdown, Greenike. That's going to be officially a 17-yard touchdown run.
And the 16th carry in the ball game for Greenike. He rolled out to his right, and he ran all the way to the far side of the field, cutting in. He had room and some good blocking there as he puts up some more points here for the Thunder.
That's once going to be a 17-yard touchdown run by number 3 himself, Clayton Greenike. And we have the extra point pending. Cole Gehring up. Can't see with the sun. No good. Too short. With that, it is officially going to be Thunder 13, Hornets 8, back in 30 seconds. KSJB. 2:10 remaining in Harvey. The Thunder are leading the 5th-ranked Hornets 13-8. Only 2:10 left remaining in the second half, Joe. And that was a great drive by the Thunder.
Yeah, they came out first quarter and did kind of the same thing, and then they kind of stalled out until that last drive there. But Clayton Greenike having a big game here. 16 carries already, and he just ran that one in for 17 yards.
All right, here we go as we are waiting for the kickoff. The sun is kind of right in our eyes right now as it's setting here in Harvey where the field is facing. We're waiting here for the kick. Kick by Gehring is line drive, picked up. And it's going to go, looks like Ripplinger is going to bring it back out outside their own 30-yard line. And here we go, 2-minute warning.
Yeah, Colton Rawl on the stop there for the Thunder.
The ball is officially on the 36-yard line for the Hornets. They have 2:04 remaining, They are down 13-8. Thunder taking on the 5th-ranked Hornets. And last year, it was 12-6. It's already 13-8 this round. And this is looking like a more offensive game this year.
Yeah, it's not halftime yet.
Here we go for the Hornets. Shotgun formation. That's going to be Jared Anderson. He's dropping back for a pass. Under 2 minutes remaining. He throws it out there. Going to the right side, and that was almost in double coverage intended for Shimke, who's had almost 100 yards receiving. Incomplete.
Yeah, a little bit overthrown to Shimke. Double coverage there. Philip Hagen and Ryan Ost, I believe, on the as well as Brennan Vance out there for the Thunder. They know Shimke is kind of a dangerous threat on this offensive side of the Hornets, so almost double coverage there on Shimke.
So here we go with 1:58 remaining. The clock stopped because of the incomplete pass. Thunder up 13-8 here in Harvey, and it's going to be underneath center. That's going to be Jared Anderson, I formation, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Dropping back. And that's going to be a pass to the fullback, Hayden Beck. Beck has running room. He gets to midfield, and that's going to be a 15-yard completion. The clock is running.
And Philip Hagan making the stop for the Thunder right at midfield, exactly on the 50-yard line, but not before Beck. A nice run running to his left and running it right up the middle there. Had some room for the Hornets.
The ball's right at midfield. The clock is running. 1:37 remaining before halftime. Hornets are down. Hornets control the ball. Thunder trying to maintain some strong defense. Underneath centers, Jared Anderson, I formation, 2 wide receivers to right, 1 to left. Why not? Go to Shimke. He steps forward, gets the pass, the first down. He's going all the way. Touchdown, Hornets, a 50-yard touchdown pass. Shimke with the reception.
That was the ninth pass attempt, and Shimke read that perfectly. He was behind his man, and the ball was actually just a bit underthrown, and he saw that, and he stepped behind his man to grab it and was able to cut in front and run it all the way in untouched from about the 35-yard line there. So a nice read, nice play by the Hornets. Shimke.
That took only a minute off, Joe. That is it. It could go either way. This is an offensive game tonight, folks. Here we go, waiting for the 2-point conversion. See if they can go up a little bit more. 14-13. Hornets down the lead. Snap underneath center. Dropping back. Tight end. Going to Ripplinger. And it's going to be close. Very close. 2-point conversion. Successful. And just like that, it is officially 16-13 Hornets. 1 minute, 18 seconds remaining. Back in 30. KSJB. Back and forth we go, Joe. We haven't had one of these games in a while.
No, we haven't. And first one this year. So we're going to enjoy this.
Yes, we are, and it's a beautiful evening on Labor Day weekend. The Hornets took a 16-13 lead against Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm, but the Hornets scored in a minute. The Thunder can probably score in a minute.
Well, let's see what happens.
Kickoff. There it goes. Beautiful. Picked up. In the back. Madke trying to plow forward, and he's going to stop inside his own 30. So we have 1 minute, 14 seconds remaining, second quarter, where the Thunder will start things off officially at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, it was Dylan Madke grabbing the ball for the Thunder, and the tackle made there by Ethan Donarski for the Hornets.
First and 10 for the Thunder at their 29-yard line. 1 minute, 14 seconds remaining. The Hornets' last drive started at their own 36. Thunder starting at their own 29. Minute, 14 left. Second quarter. Snap is high. Right side. And there goes Greenike. Wide open. To the 40. He's still going to the 35. To the 30. To the 25. To the 20. To the 10. Sidesteps. To the 5. That's a huge run by Greenike.
Wow, what a run there. Greenike was practically stopped 3 times in there, and he was able to either bounce off defenders or spin. We got an injured Hornet player. We hate to see that. But that was a 60-yard run there by Greenike. That was his 17th carry in this ball game, and he had one man to beat from about the 20-yard line and couldn't quite do it as he got it to about the 5, where he was brought down by the Hornets.
You know, Greenike, for being a big running back, he's got some good sidestep moves.
He does, and he's got some strength behind him. Wow, I mean, he's had a couple Hornets hanging on him, and he somehow breaks away. That was an unbelievable run. I couldn't believe they didn't have him down at about the 40-yard line.
He ran hard, was Greenike. About the injured player, I did not see who it was. And it looks like he got up under his own power. That will be the quarterback, Jared Anderson. He was playing DB, the defensive back. He's back out, so he has to come out for a play until he can go back in, though.
It looks like he's kind of running it off. It looks like he's hopefully going to be okay here.
He might have got plowed over by Greenike on that run, too. You never know the way he was taking down Hornets left and right.
Yeah, Greenike, just a powerful run there. He had one goal in vision, you can say that.
58 seconds remaining, and just like that, 16-13 Hornets. We could have another score here with 2 minutes remaining. We could have 2 scores in the 2 minutes that are left.
Yes, we could.
So here we go on a 1st and goal from officially the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, 7-yard line. There's Dewald. Snap. Why not? Greenike wide open. 7-yard touchdown run, and the Thunder take the lead.
Greenike pretty much doing that on his own. He got one block there, but he runs to his right and walks it in pretty much. A nice run there and a good handoff by Dewald to Greenike. So a 60-yard run and another 7-yard run there combined for another score here. That puts 19 points on the board here for the Thunder.
That took 30 seconds. The Hornets' last play took a minute. Why not? Let's just do 15 seconds for the next play. And the kick is up. Good. So the extra point is good. That will make it 20-16. Thunder in the lead. Back in 30 seconds, KSJB. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs here, and we're having a scoring fest before halftime, Joe. I like this.
Yes, this is fun.
This is very fun. And I think the teams are having both a lot of fun. And Labor Day weekend, a lot of people tend to go camping at this. And thank you for everybody tuning in here for this afternoon or this evening on this Labor Day weekend. If you can't make the game, I know it's quite a trip from Ellendale to Harvey. So thank you to everybody listening here tonight.
Yep, no matter what you're doing, join us on your smartphone, ksjbam.com on your computer.
Here we go. Kickoff to the Hornets. A line drive right in the middle. Takes a lot of bounces. Finally picked up by the Hornets. Going up on the left side. That's officially picking up, I think, is Nathan Peterson. And he's going to be brought down at their own 40-yard line. So here we go again with 45 seconds remaining, and it's not any even halftime.
That was Alec Miranda on the return there for the Hornets. Wrapped up by a couple Thunder right at, like Kyle said, about the 40-yard line. That's where the Hornets will take over here, with 45 seconds to go here in the first half.
So let's see if we're going to have another offensive explosion. The 5th-ranked Hornets and the Thunder just trading blows this evening. Labor Day weekend. Shotgun formation officially for Anderson. And he's going to pass it way out. Completed. A far out. Rich Walker with the completion. 5, 10, 50, 20, 25, 30-yard completion. Another offensive explosion.
A nice pass right up the middle. And Hornets have the ball in Thunder territory, wasting no time. They're going to line up here.
30 seconds remaining. 20-16. Snap. Anderson, he's going out again. Ridge Walker almost intercepted, but it's going to be just kind of passed out there.
That should stop the clock here.
24 seconds exactly remaining.
Yeah, Ryan Oates getting a hand on that one in the way back. Safety here.
We got a player down. Another Hornets on the far side of the field, right at the goal line.
Yeah, way over on the other side.
Once again, it's been an exciting game here this evening. Can you believe it? It's 20-16, and we're still waiting for halftime. And it's been the Hornets. They had good defense against Carrington. The Thunder, great defense against Lakota-Edmore Dakota Prairie. Tonight, no defense. It's all offense tonight.
Well, it's pretty much Greenike run the ball for the Thunder, and Shimke catch the ball for the Hornets.
So a back-and-forth game, so don't go away. We have 24 seconds remaining before halftime. It's a long first half. I'm kind of excited to see what the second half has in store, and our luck, it'll probably be defensive on that side. You never know.
No kidding. That last pass was intended for Ridge Walker, again, for the Hornets, but it was just a little overthrown. But now the player getting helped off the field. I can't quite see who that is yet. Kyle will have to.
That is Shimke, the one that has almost over 100 yards receiving. Actually, he has over 100 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. So that is Shimke limping off the field. Yeah. That is number 24. Yes, number 24. And that's a huge loss for the Hornets.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be all right. It looks like he's kind of putting some pressure on both legs. Not sure if he's got a knee or what's going on, but he's definitely moving very slow. So
he's got his ankles taped up very well, though, if you didn't notice on his pads.
Yep, I noticed.
So that could be a factor, too. He's walking pretty decently. I would not be surprised if he does come back in the second half, but right now he's going to get stretched by the trainer, excuse me.
Yep.
Here we go. Hornets resuming 2nd and 9. It's going to be a quick pass to the fullback. to start things off, and that one is going nowhere for that pass to Hayden Beck. That's no gain on the play.
Yeah, Beck with no gain there, but it was Lane Hansen right there for the Thunder defense.
9 seconds remaining. They're trying to get one more play off. 7 seconds, and they're going to just going to spike the ball. 5 seconds exactly remaining. The Hornets are down 20-16.
So they'll get one more play here. That's why they spiked the ball there, quickly lining up on offense for the Hornets here.
So we await for the next play. 5 seconds, 20-16. Thunder in the lead in Harvey right before halftime. Shotgun formation right here for Jared Anderson. Dropping back for a pass. He's going to just lob it out there towards the wide receiver, and it is caught, but is it out of bounds for Ridge Walker?
It's out of bounds. The official is waving it out of bounds.
That's the end of the second quarter. After a crazy second quarter, final for this half. 20 for the Thunder, 16 for the Hornets. We still have 2 halves of football, folks. Stay tuned. Halftime show coming up next. KSJB. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs here from Harvey, North Dakota, and we have an offensive explosion game, definitely in the second quarter, we should say. Joe Jacobs will be getting us stats here shortly. I'm going to break down the scoring, which there has been a lot of it, and I have a feeling it's not done yet. Right now, the Harvey-Wells County Hornets, the 5th-ranked team in the state of North Dakota, taking on the 1-0 Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm Thunder. Halftime, let's go. Starting with the Thunder. Their first score came at 8:53 mark in the first quarter. A touchdown, 11-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Dewald to Brennan Vance. Extra point good, 7-0 Thunder. Things didn't stop there. All of a sudden, second quarter, things started to heat up. So 7-0 after one quarter, Thunder in the lead. Second quarter, totally different story though. All right, so the Hornets, they started their drive at the 2:14 mark in the first quarter. They got a touchdown at 10 minutes, 30 seconds remaining, second quarter. It was a 14-yard touchdown pass from Jared Anderson to the tight end, Hunter Ripplinger. That was once again a 14-yard pass. 2-point conversion, good. 8-7 Hornets. Didn't stop there. There was an interception on the Hornets drive at 7:28 remaining. That was Ost getting that interception for the Thunder. So the Thunder capitalize and score a touchdown with 2:10 remaining in the second quarter. A 17-yard touchdown run by number 3, Clayton Greenike, which Joe will probably have plenty of stats for him coming up here shortly. 13-8. It was 13-8, Thunder in the lead. Extra point, no good. Hornets answer right back less than a minute later at the 1:18 mark, second quarter, It was a 15-yard touchdown pass for the Hornets from Jared Anderson to Trevor Shimke. 2-point conversion, good. 16-13 Hornets. Yeah, we're not done yet. Even with less than 2 minutes left. Here come the Thunder. They score in less than 30 seconds after that at the 52-second mark in the second quarter. A 7-yard touchdown run by who else? Clayton Greenike. Extra point good. 20-16. That is your halftime scoring routine. And Joe, what are the stats? It's offense today.
Well, I don't know, but I know one thing, Kyle. That is the most I think you've had to report in the first half of any game we've done so far. So
for both teams.
For both teams, exactly.
Yes.
It's last couple of games. It's unfortunately been one-sided, but here we go. We'll get you some stats here. We'll start with the Harvey-Wells County Hornets. Rushing, not a lot going on. 9 carries for only 27 yards. Their biggest carry was by Hayden Beck, a 15-yard carry. He's carried the ball 7 times. Passing, though, big plays. They're only 6 of 14 for completions, but their 6 completions have all been mostly 30 yards or more, except for 2 of them. But they're 6 of 14 for 182 yards passing. So they have caught, let's see, their biggest completion was a 50-yard pass by Trevor Shimke. And Shimke also a 45 and a 35-yard completion. And we had one by Ridge Walker for a 30-yard completion earlier. So 182 passing yards for the Hornets. They have had 10 yards of total penalties, 5-yard for an offside, and a 5-yard illegal sub penalty. Now let's flip the sheet over. Let's go to the Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm, the Thunder. They lead here 20-16. Now they have had 22 carries for 186 yards. But get this, Kyle, 181 of those yards was from Mr. Clayton Greenike on 18 carries.
And that's, folks, that's only at halftime.
He had a 60-yard run on his 17th carry, and then another 7-yard run on his 18th carry just before the half. And he had 181 yards pretty much here by himself. Now, for passing, 7 of 7 for 62 yards I got here. Luke Wirtz completing 6 of those, and 1 by Brennan Vance. Brennan Vance picked up an 11-yard. Luke Wirtz, the most was a 20-yard gain passing. But now penalty-wise, 35 total yards of penalty for the Thunder, and 25 of those were all offsides, a 1 10-yard penalty holding call. That's where we sit at halftime. Again, your score 20-16, the Thunder over the Hornets.
And honestly, first quarter, 7-0. Okay, defensive game, just like the other two games, the other game that they played last week between their other two respective teams.
Yep.
Coming to this game, you knew it was going to be tough, and you thought it was going to be defensive, and even both coaches thought it was going to be defensive tonight. And things have changed quite a bit now. That second quarter, it was 7-0. Look how many points were scored, 2016 now, minus those 7 points from the first quarter. That's 29 points just alone in the second quarter between both teams. So there's the thing, though. Usually the first quarter, second quarter, when they're offensive explosions, that means usually the rest of the game could be just as explosive. But, I have a feeling the defenses are going to tighten up this round. I think it's going to be a lot less scoring in the second half. Either way, scoring makes it fun, that's for sure.
That's right, but that's the coach's job. They go into that locker room at halftime, and they're going to say, okay, guys, we got to stop this run. We got to stop Greenike. The Thunder are going to say, all right, watch Shimke and Walker, but now we might have an injury on Shimke, which is very unfortunate. Let's hope he comes back in that second half here to make this a really good game.
And so far, it's been a prime game tonight, and I love it on Labor Day weekend. And I know a lot of people can't really make this game because it is a long trip for a lot of people by Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm region, and that's why we're carrying this so you guys can listen, and hopefully we're doing a good job. Right, Joe?
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully
we are. So we are streaming online, by the way, at KSJBAM.com for those relatives that are not in our listening area. That's KSJBAM.com. And, Joe, we have a free phone app. That's pretty cool.
Yes, KSJB. Just download it. Just go right to your Google Play Store if you haven't, and just type in KSJB. And all you got to do is push a button if you got it. Once you got it downloaded, and you can clip your phone or have it right next to you on your pocket, anything, and you can listen live.
That's on your Android and also your iPhone. You can get it on. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Let's do 2-minute break. 2-minute break here on KSJB. We are here in Harvey, North Dakota at LC Lurchfield. Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm leading the Harvey-Wells County Hornets, the 5th-ranked Hornets, 20-16, and it's been an exciting, Joe. A lot of offense definitely in the second quarter.
And back and forth it has been.
It has literally been back and forth when you can score in less than a minute now. With that, we hit 2-minute mark and we had 2 scores, almost 3 in less than 2 minutes. So I'm excited for the second half. We still have roughly 2 minutes or so. Other scores now, Joe, from the region. We cover mostly 9-man football. We love our rare 11-man games that we get because there's only really one 11-man team in our region. That would be Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm. So we actually have one more game coming up with them. That's the last game of the season versus Oaks, if I'm not mistaken, that we'll be covering the Thunder football game. So one more.
On the 14th of October in Kulm, I believe that game is.
And pending any playoffs, of course. We don't decide that until playoffs pop up. All right, scores. Kind of just keeping in our region if I can. I'm looking here. The one that I kind of intrigued by is Shiloh Christian is leading Napoleon Gackle Streeter 8-6 at halftime. And we have a Napoleon game coming up in 2 weeks against, I think it was Linton H&B or Kidder County, one of those two. Either way, we mostly cover that region for 9-man. So one of those two teams we'll get right?
Yeah.
Number 1, Thompson, all over Midway Minto, 60-0. Kindred is leading Trinity 49-27 after 3. And let's see here if I can find any more. I can't really find any more games around the region, but still a lot of football going on. We'll have full scores by Sunday night on our webpage, ksjbam.com. Click on that sports tab. Joe, we're excited for the second half. We're about 1 minute away or less, so we're going to take a quick break so we can catch our breath, because I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of talking to do in the second half.
Sounds good, Kyle.
We'll be back in 1 minute, KSJB. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs on AM 600 KSJB, ksjbam.com. 20-16 Thunder right now, third quarter, about to start, Joe, and time to catch our breath and time to waste it all on some great football action.
Yeah, it's been really good up to this point, there's no doubt, and I only expect it to be just as good here in this second half.
So it's the Thunder receiving the kickoff in the second half. There's the kick, line drive by the Hornets. It's going to be picked up in the backfield officially by, I did not see whom, but running away. There it is. It's going to be Dylan Matke. He's running at midfield. He's already in Hornet territory.
He crossed midfield, and he's going to be finally taken down. Ridge Walker finally making the stop at about the 48-yard line. A nice read there by Dylan Matke. Picked it up about the 18-yard line and cut right and then back left, and he had some room.
So a great return, and they're starting already at the 49-yard line in Hornet territory. And guess who gets the first carry? It's Green Ike on the right side. There's running room at the 30, at the 20, at the 10. Touchdown, Thunder already!
A 48-yard run. Clayton Green Ike running to his right, and all he had was about one man to beat from the 30-yard line on in, and he ran to the far side away from us, but cut toward and ran the sideline all the way in untouched for the touchdown.
So just like that, so the Thunder have scored 2 touchdowns back-to-back, one in the second quarter, now one to start the third quarter, and they're going to try to go up by even more. Snap, hold, kick, up. Good. 27-16. The Thunder up by double digits back in 30 seconds. KSJB. So just like that, a 48-yard touchdown run by Green Ike and Joe. That's his third touchdown, and that's the first play of the game on offense.
Yeah, in the third quarter, Dylan Matke started it with a nice kick return, and then Green Ike just finished it out with a nice big run there.
So with that, the breath is kind of taken away from the Hornets, but now they get the ball, and there's the kick on kickoff. Nice kick. Picked up officially by Ripplinger for the Hornets, and Ripplinger is going to return it inside their own 40-yard line. The start for the Hornets.
Going to be Philip Hagan and Ryan Ost combined for the stop there for the Thunder. Hagan going to go off limping, running off to the sideline and banged up a little bit, making the tackle.
Looks like the Hornets will be starting at their own 37-yard line. And they are down 27-16, and the Thunder have a nice, comfortable lead, but we already got a flag on the play by the Hornets. They're moving back on a 1st and 15 now. I think it was a legal substitution. I did not see what the ref called.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Either way,
it wasn't offsides. They weren't even set yet, so not sure. But Trevor Shimke is back in that ball game.
All right.
On the left.
Yep, he is. I see him now. So 1st and 15 now for the Hornets inside the 35. And it's going to be a quarterback run there by Jared Anderson, but they're going nowhere.
Anderson on the carry.
They gain 1 yard on that carry.
That's the first run for Jared Anderson, I believe, or second run, first
one for a gain.
Yeah, first one for a gain. I guess we'll go there. Anyway, it was going to be Hunter White on the tackle there for the Thunder.
2nd and 13. The ball's on the Hornet 35-yard line. Hornets are down 27-16. The Hornets are ranked number 5 in the state. And it looks like there's a mishap on the play. Yep, we have to call. Doctor has to call a timeout, Brett Doctor, because the players didn't really know what the play was happening.
Yeah, Anderson just kind of looking over there, trying to figure something out in a hurry, and not enough time to figure it out. So a timeout called.
Thunder are leading 27-16. here tonight in Harvey at LC Lurch Field. The lights are on here on this Friday night, Labor Day weekend. And I guess we'll see what the Hornets, because now they're in a hole after 2 scores by the Thunder. Thunder have a nice, comfortable lead, but now the Hornets are, I guess we'll see what happens on a 2nd and long, and they have to take an early timeout, not a way to come out of the locker room at halftime.
No, that's for sure. It's a beautiful evening out here. It was real windy on our way over. Still a little windy out there, but it doesn't seem to affect too much on the field.
It's I formation underneath center, and now they're putting the tight end in motion. That's Jared Anderson, handoff on the left side here to Hayden Beck. And he's going to gain 3 yards. 3 yards to make it 3rd and 10.
Yeah, 3-yard gain there, running to his left, and then up the middle it's going to be Luke Wirtz making the tackle stop for the Thunder.
10:30 remaining, 3rd quarter. 27-16, all Thunder so far in this 3rd quarter starts, as they got a 7-0 run right away by, once again, Greenike. Underneath center is going to be Jared Anderson, I formation, dropping back on a 3rd and 10, throwing it out there. Why not go to Shimke? And that was almost intercepted, but no flag was called. And that's going to be 4th and 10 now, and I believe the punt team is going to come out for the Hornets.
Yeah, Shimke, the intended receiver there. Ball just a little bit underthrown there. Brennan Vance on the coverage and did a nice job there, just making sure that pass was not completed.
All right, so here we wait for the punt, officially by, looks like, Ridge Walker for the Hornets. And good snap, good hold, good kick. And it's muffed. It's muffed. Picked up by the Hornets. And it's a muffed punt. And just like that, the Thunder had all the momentum, disappeared by a Hornets getting the muffed punt.
Yeah, a little miscommunication, I think, on the Thunder, who was going to grab it. Matke, Hagen, and a few other Thunder there trying to grab that ball, but it went right through their hands. And it's going to be Hornet ball now in Thunder territory.
So a muffed punt, and the Hornets are in Thunder territory with 10 minutes remaining, and we got a false start. Yeah, it's going to be a false start. Or is it going to be offsides? No, they're going to say offsides. So it's on the Thunder now. So the Thunder shot themselves in the foot twice now, which not so good.
No, not good.
And here the Hornets are breathing life, even after 11-point lead by the Thunder. So the Hornets now facing a 1st and 5 at the 25 Thunder territory. Running it with Beck. He's trying to get out. He doesn't go anywhere, and it's going to be a gain of 1 by Beck.
Yeah, Lane Hansen and about 3 others for the Thunder there. Going to be Weston Ellingson also there on the tackle for the Thunder.
9:38 remaining, 3rd quarter. 27-16, the Thunder leading the 5th-ranked Hornets. Underneath center is going to be Jared Anderson. One back in the backfield, bunch formation. Left side, going to be a toss. Toss to Ridge Walker. Walker trying to plow forward. He gets some room inside, and that's going to be very close to a 1st down. Still gain about 5 yards or so, even if it's going to be 3rd and inches.
Yeah, Talon walks there with the tackle with a little bit of help there from the Thunder defense.
They're bringing out the chain gang. Yes, so they are officially bringing out the chain gang. 3rd or inches or 1st down. We'll see here for the Hornets. Officially, the Zebras are saying it's going to be short. 3rd and millimeters.
That's going to be close, yep.
All right, so the Hornets facing 3rd and millimeters. They just, even if they get a 4th down, they really don't want to go back. So there still could be 2 plays potentially here for both sides of the ball. Offense for the Hornets, defense for the Thunder.
See which one wins this play right here. Going to be huge.
All right, so here we go. 3rd and millimeters underneath center for the Hornets. Jared Anderson, quarterback. Why not? Quarterback sneak. And he gains a lot more than millimeters. 1st down.
Yeah, at least about a 4-yard gain roughly for the quarterback, Jared Anderson, as that'll move the chains And that brings the ball up to about the 17-yard line.
Hey, if you gain 4 every play, you're going to keep getting first downs.
That's right.
All right, 1st and 10. Now the ball's inside the 20 of the Thunder territory. Under 9 minutes remaining. Underneath center is going to be Jared Anderson. I formation. 1 wide receiver to left, 1 to the right. Fakes the handoff. Actually, they're going to hand it off inside the Jude Lawson. And he gains 1 or 2 yards. And that's going to be Lawson's 2nd carry of the game.
Yeah, Lane Hansen, Nathan Peterson, Luke Wirtz all combined there. That defensive line rather for the Thunder to make the stop. So just maybe a 1. They give them about 1 yard on that carry.
2nd and 9. 8:24 remaining, 3rd quarter. 27-16. Thunder over the 5th-ranked Hornets. Underneath center is going to be Jared Anderson. 1 back of the backfield. Flag before anything happened.
Another
Substitution error against the Hornets. That's their 3rd one, I believe, on substitution, Joe.
Yeah, that is.
All right, so they're having a trouble time with the substitution penalty. And now they're going to move back 5 yards, give or take. So it's going to be 2nd and 14 right outside the 20-yard line in Thunder territory for the Hornets with 8:09 remaining.
That was the 2nd penalty in this half on the Hornets, so 10-yard penalties so far.
Jared Anderson, I formation. Snap. Fakes the handoff. Rolls out to the right. Under pressure. Almost gets sacks. Beats him. Going up for a pass. Wide open. In the middle. Got it. And touchdown Hornets. Ridge Rocker. 23-yard touchdown pass.
A nice readout. Nice pass there by Anderson. As he rolled out, he was under some pressure, and he completed that. Walker catching that ball at about the 6-yard line. Does a nice spin move. Drives in and has to kind of dive into the end zone, but he no more than puts up another 6 points here for the Hornets.
So that started with the muffed punt. So here we go, waiting for the 2-point conversion. And handoff inside to Beck, no good. Score 27-22. 1-point game, 1-score game, I should say. Back in 30 seconds, KSJB. Joe Jacobs, that started with the muffed punt on that play. They actually started deep in their own territory. We're going backwards. They punted it away. Thunder couldn't hold on to it. Hornets score a touchdown, 1-possession game.
Yep. The Thunder came out just striking in the 3rd quarter, and then one big
muffed
punt, you could say, and
yes,
that's changed everything here.
Yeah, it has changed everything. Just when you thought the Thunder were rolling away with it. And it's another fight for it. It's Hornets ball! After the kickoff, the Hornets get another great kick. They go for an onside kick almost. And just like that, it's going to be Hornet ball.
Yeah, I believe it's Philip Hagen, Jace Hansen, trying to go for that one, just trying to dive on it, and they were kind of hit as they went down on it by the Hornets, and it popped out, and the Hornets able to take over. They're going to put the ball about 33-yard line here, and they are back in Thunder territory.
So the Hornets had 2 breaks, just like that, and here we go with the pass. Shimke trying to plow forward for some few yards. That's a gain of roughly 6 yards on that pass. You know, Joe, I keep flipping my sheet, but we're still on the Hornet side. I can't flip to the Thunder side because the Thunder are kind of shooting themselves in the foot for the 3rd time.
Yep, they're missing their catches, basically, and it's really hurting them. And now the Hornets have a chance to drive down as they are now at about the 26-yard line here in Thunder territory.
So just like that, it's going to be 2nd and 4 for the Hornets. Thunder territory. Another run inside. That was Beck again. That's going to be a gain about 3 yards. So 3rd and 1 now.
Yeah, it was Nathan Peterson making the tackle there for the Thunder. And that's going to move the ball up to about the 23-yard line.
All right, so waiting here for the next play by the Hornets in Thunder territory. 6:30 remaining, third quarter. This game has been exciting. First minute to this minute. And that Anderson with the keeper inside and nowhere to go to make it 4th and 1.
Yeah, the whole defensive line there for the Thunder. Luke Wirtz, I believe, and Weston Ellingson making the official stop there, and we got a Hornets player down.
Is that the quarterback? I can't see really the number. So we got a injury timeout, 27-22. It was 27-16, and the Hornets are just getting the ball right back on their special teams. Not on offense, not on defense. They're just getting it back on special teams, which is all 3 phases of the game right there. I cannot see who's injured for the Hornets at all. It is the quarterback? Okay, so it is Jared Anderson, the QB. What's the stats we have on him, Joe, so far? What did you have him at halftime?
I had him 6 of 14 for 182 yards of passing, and he had run the ball 4 times. But he's up walking off the field here.
All right, so we have one play with looks like Ridge Walker at QB, if I'm not mistaken, because he has to come out and get checked by the trainer since he was an injured timeout. 6:15 remaining, and underneath center now is Ridge Walker, a junior, plays running back. Snap, and it's going to be a run, inside the middle on a 1st and 10, and now it's going to be a gain of 5. Lawson, with the carry.
So that'll be about 2nd and 5 roughly here.
So Shimke's coming in. He's kind of limping, but still in for quarterback, I think, is Ridge Walker, unless we'll see here on the next play.
Yeah, it was just a quick handoff to Lawson that last play.
So Ridge Walker is still quarterback. Running back is now Jude Lawson. And back to Hayden Beck. And they're going to hand it off the back on the right side. Has some running room. Cuts back inside. And he's going to gain maybe 1 yard to make it 3rd and 4 inside the Thunder 20-yard line.
Nathan Peterson on the tackle for the Thunder.
Peterson on the stop for the Thunder.
5:15 remaining, 27-22. Thunder in the lead in Harvey versus the Hornets. We got quite an interesting chess match going on here for sure. With 5 minutes remaining, third quarter, still plenty of game time left. Both of these teams are 1-0. Hornets are ranked number 5. Non-region game. Underneath center is Ridge Walker. Main quarterback is injured. Ridge Walker, quarterback keeper, has running room on the left side, but finally gets tackled by Greenike. 4th and 4 now.
Yeah, Walker doing a nice job faking that handoff, rolling out to his left, and he's able to run, but he had to go all the way pretty well down the line of scrimmage toward the far side of the field before he cut over, and Greenike there to meet him and take him down.
So it's 4th and 4 as I get my microphone here. 4th and 4, 4:25 remaining in the third quarter. The Hornets are deep into Thunder territory, and this is where the Thunder can turn things around now, up only by 5 points. And it's going to be a quick pass. The Shimke just threw it away, and just like that, a turnover on downs. Thunder luckily get a break finally.
Yeah, that pass just underthrown. Shimke didn't have a chance to catch it. It was just a quick throw out to his right there by Walker, but not able to get it far enough. So no chance for the complete pass to Shimke on that play. So now we get to flip our sheets finally. First time since about the first score that the Thunder made right off the bat here in the third quarter.
The Hornets have controlled the ball since 11:35 in the third, and now we're at the 4-minute mark. That's how long the Hornets have controlled the ball in the third quarter. They did get one score out of that time, though, and it's only one possession game, 27-22, and it's becoming getting a little tight and exciting here, and the tension is getting a little interesting now.
Yeah, we'll see what the Thunder can do here back in deep in their own
Don't
territory.
they have to reset the chains? All right, so it looks like it's going to be Greenike with the run on the 1st and 10. They didn't even reset the chain, gang. It said 2nd and 5.
Yeah, they made one quick short play, and they made a 5-yard gain over there.
There you go. So it's going to be a first down. That was about a 10-yard gain by Greenike. And I'm going to run out of space for Greenike on the runs.
Yeah, no kidding.
1st and 10. The ball is on in Thunder territory at the 31-yard line. 3:33 remaining.
Is down.
Greenike is down.
Timeout on the field.
Injury timeout, and that would be a huge blow for the Thunder with Greenike holding his ankle from what I can see. So we've had a lot of injuries here. Yes, it's only the second week of football, and people usually get warmed up usually about the third, fourth week, and sometimes you don't know what happens. Injuries early in the season, it could be dangerous if you don't warm up right or anything like that. And sometimes the weather plays a factor, but the weather I think is pretty nice out right now.
Yeah, it really is. There, he just took a pretty good licking by that tackle. He broke a nice tackle at about the 20-yard line, getting it up to about the 25, but he was hit from his right side as he was kind of grabbed by the feet and hit from the top. So that's probably where he might have twisted that ankle or something. Hopefully not serious at all.
Well, the way he's been playing, he's going to come back, I have a feeling. He has been a monster on the field. Over 200 yards rushing for sure now. And he is getting up and he's walking off. It looks like he'll come back after a couple plays. So the Thunder are facing a 1st and 10 now, with Greenike going to stay on the sideline for a couple plays at least.
Yeah, it looks like he's walking off actually, pretty decent, better than Shimke did, I guess earlier you could say. So we'll see if we'll try to let you know when he comes back.
Okay, so underneath center now still is Dewald. We have a little different backfield, and they're going to toss it this time to Cole Gehring. Cole Gehring is swarmed by Hornets, a loss of 5 by Gehring.
That's his first carry, but he ran to his right trying to get up ahead and roll to up the field, actually, and just couldn't do anything there.
3:09 remaining. Third quarter, 27-22 Thunder in Harvey. 2nd and 5, the ball's on the 26-yard line, their own 26-yard line. And they're trying to get the play set up. Time's running out. Underneath center is Dewald, I formation, 2 wide receivers to the left. Toss, fumble on the ground, and another loss of about 5 yards. And just like that, the momentum is flip-flopping to Hornets again.
Yeah, the Hornets driving them back here. That ball now going to be placed about the 16-yard line. So just a pitch out there, and the Thunder had to jump on that ball to save it.
3rd and 25 after that fumble. 27-22. And the Thunder are on their own 16. They have to get all the way to their own 41 to put that in perspective. From the 16 to the 41. Underneath center, dropping back for a pass. Dewald, he's going far out, and it's about 3 yards in front of the intended receiver.
Brennan Vance, the intended receiver there, it's going to be incomplete, so that's going to bring up 4th down here for the Thunder.
So now we're getting a little bit of defense and special teams, not so much offense going on for this third quarter. We've had offense, but just a stalled offense after the teams get going. 2 minutes remaining, third quarter. 27-22. Hornets are getting the ball back in the backfield. That's going to be Ridge Walker.
Gehring to kick for the Thunder.
And the kick is picked up by Walker inside Thunder territory. Dodge, left, right, and the ball is officially on the 40-yard line in Thunder territory for the Hornets.
Dylan Madke and Nathan Peterson team up for the tackle for the Thunder, making the stop. So they're going to place the ball right at the 40-yard line. This will be the Hornets now again here in Thunder territory.
So we'll see what the Hornets can do on this round as they are starting at the 40. Once again, like Joe said, in the Thunder territory, down by 5. And they're just going to air it out right away. And it's in front of the intended receiver, Shimke, incomplete.
Brendan Vance on the coverage there for the Thunder. Just a little overthrown. That's the 3rd incomplete pass to Shimke here in the second half for the Hornets.
Jared Anderson back in for quarterback, by the way. So he's back in. 1:47 remaining, third quarter. It's been a slow-paced game, but yet a lot of excitement at the same time. Special teams, defense, offense. We've got a little bit of everything in this game.
Still a 5-point game, 27-22 in favor of the Thunder.
Non-region matchup. I formation underneath center is going to be Jared Anderson. Anderson's dropping back. Why not go for a pass? And that one is once again in front of Ridge Walker. So 2 passes, long passes, incomplete.
Yeah, Ryan Ost on the coverage there for the Thunder. And just again, a little bit overthrown from Anderson on that play.
So that will make it 3rd and 10, the ball on the 40-yard line in Thunder territory. 27-22, Thunder in the lead in Harvey, North Dakota.
Ball on about the 39-yard line.
Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs, streaming online, KSJBAM.com. Shotgun formation for the Hornets. Dropping back for a pass. Jared Anderson up in the air and almost intercepted. It was actually touched there officially by Ryan Ost, almost with another pickoff, and it's going to be 4th and 10.
Ost had the read on that more so than Walker. Ost had the hand on it, just not able to get there. So pass definitely overthrown by Anderson and almost intercepted by Ryan Ost.
1:36 remaining, 3rd quarter. And the punt team is out on a 4th and 10 on the Thunder 40-yard line. Thunder will get it right back, returning the kick. Cole Gehring, Jr. Kick is up. High kick. Pretty good kick.
Out of bounds, wasn't it?
Yep, out of bounds right by the 20. So a decent kick if you look at it. It went high up, but it just didn't. The wind looks like it took it.
Yeah, it kind of did. Yep.
So it's going to be 1:28 remaining.
At about the 30-yard line.
Here in this 3rd quarter. And the Thunder get it right back after their offense stalled. The ball's going to be on their own 30-yard line.
I was just looking at the weather radar. There's quite a dark blue line back there, but it doesn't look like there's anything going to affect this game, hopefully.
Hopefully. So we have an exciting game, 27-22. 3rd quarter's been a little bit more defense and a little bit more special teams at the same time. As the refs are still, they're waiting for the whistles from the refs to get the ball going.
Yeah, now I believe we're ready for the set.
All right, so here we go. They're down underneath center. D-Wall, fumble again. Who is that this time? That's Hornets again. Joe, that's the 3rd turnover.
That was snap and pitch back to Gehring, and he couldn't hang on to it. That is the 3rd turnover, all pretty well fumbled or missed catches.
But once again, the Hornets have stalled on offense. So now the Thunder defense has to come out again to see if they can stop them. The ball is going to be on the Thunder 25-yard line for the Hornets. So the Hornets back at great field position. And why not? So with the pass. And that one is completed inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Hornets.
I believe that's about a 25-yard gain roughly on that catch to Walker. Nice job there. A good read. That time a perfect throw from Anderson.
1st and goal on the 5-yard line. 1:10 remaining. 3rd quarter. 27-22 Thunder. Hornets are knocking on the door to try to go up by 1 at least. 1st and goal in Harvey. Non-region matchup. Good game. And the players are confused once again.
Yeah, the Hornets just not sure.
We have a timeout, I believe, but they were calling the timeout, the coach was. The assistant coach was calling the timeout, so I don't think they'll get the penalty on the play clock. Yep.
There is a penalty.
Nope. So now it's a delay of game. They did not get the timeout at all. So with that, instead of 1st and goal from the 5, it's 1st and goal from the 10. A lot tougher situation if you think about it. It's a game of inches here in football. 50 seconds remaining before the 3rd quarter ends. We still have one more quarter, folks. Thunder up by 5. Hornets are knocking on the door. 1st and 10. 1st and goal from the 10. Underneath center. Once again, going up for a quick pass. And trying to go up in the end zone. It's fought, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by the Thunder. In the end zone and brought out outside the 20. And just like that,
we go the other way. Philip Hagen grabbing that, and I think everybody was kind of stunned where the ball went. Hagen just grabbed that ball and ran on the near side of the field, right all the way up in front of us here almost. He brought that ball up to about the, I believe it's about the 25-yard line, so an interception right there, while
5 turnovers in the game, 2 for Hornets, 3 for Thunder. Most of them in the third quarter. 4 turnovers in the third quarter, 3 by the Thunder, 1 by the Hornets. Hornets got intercepted in the second quarter, 5 turnovers, and it's kind of been a sloppy game now in this second half.
Lot of sloppy going on here, and maybe it's because of the defense, but it's mostly there's been some catches that have just been missed that should have been made, and I guess,
So first quarter been pretty chill, 7-0. All offense in the second quarter. Third quarter, I would say all defense this round.
Yeah. Now the defense is definitely prevailing.
And that was a huge interception by the Thunder. They were up 27-22. Hornets were knocking on the door at the 5-yard line, got the penalty, first and goal from the 10. They threw right away, intercepted, and just like that, a little breathing room again for the Thunder.
Yeah, that pass actually right into the corner of the end zone looked like, had that been caught by the Hornets, it'd been a touchdown. They'd take the lead, and all of a sudden we're wondering what happened. A couple players on the ground, and here comes Hagen out of there with it for the Thunder, and run up the sideline, gained a good 20 yards pretty much because everybody was wondering if the ball was caught in the end zone.
So with that, the Hornets, the 5th-ranked team in the state, are down 27-22 against the Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm Thunder. We got a good crowd on hand for Labor Day weekend.
Yes, we do.
And it looks like they're just kind of taking a break. I guess we could have took a break too, but actually there's an injured player I just noticed.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
It was in the near side where we can't really see, and that was Dylan Matke,
Yeah. Yep, Dylan Matke walking, getting helped off the field here, but he's walking on his own strength. He hopefully he appears to be okay, but maybe a little shaken up on that play. He came out with Hagen doing some blocking for him, and he was hit down here right at about the 25-yard line, where Hagen was finally stopped after the interception.
1st and 10 for the Thunder on their own 26-yard line. 21 seconds remaining, third quarter. 27-22 Thunder in Harvey. And here we go. Underneath center, toss to the right side. On the other side, I should say. And that's a fumble again by the run by Ost. Who's it going to be? Hornets again! Wow.
So Ryan Ost takes the run, running to his right. We have not seen Greenike since he was helped off the field. He has that ankle injury. Not sure if he's going to come back. And Ost takes the run there, moved the ball up to about the 30-yard line, had about a 5-yard gain, made a nice spin move, but the ball was knocked out before he hit the ground.
So the 6th turnover in the game. That's 4 turnovers in the third quarter by the Thunder. They're still maintaining a 27-22 lead. And now that's a run up the middle, looks like officially by, that was Beck again, right? Correct?
I believe Beck. Yep. And Lane Hansen on the tackle there, the stop for the defense of the Thunder. And
that's the end of the third quarter. After 3, 27-22 Thunder. Back in 30 seconds. KSJB. Once again, Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs here. Thunder 4 turnovers. And the Hornets 2 turnovers so far, start of the fourth quarter. And I was just going to relay that information to Steve Allen, the post on our social media sites as we're starting the fourth quarter. They get those other listeners to get the tune in. 12 minutes left, Joe.
Yeah, wow, I'll tell you, I don't know. I think both teams would like to have that third quarter back. I mean, it just got kind of sloppy there.
All right, so the Hornets right to left, radio dial. They are officially in Thunder territory on the 31-yard line. Let's start things off in the second quarter. Second half, I should say, in the fourth quarter. And a great run by Hayden Beck. That's a gain of 6 or 7.
Took about 3 of the Thunder to take him down. Weston Ellingson, Taylor walks there. Ellingson kind of limping coming up, but a nice run there by Beck.
11:35 remaining, fourth quarter. Once again, 4 turnovers for the Thunder and 2 turnovers for the Hornets. All 4 turnovers for the Thunder came in the third quarter. It's been a defensive third quarter, and like Joe said, everybody wanted that third quarter back, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Underneath center, and we actually have a flag before we even got the playoff, and that's going to be...
That's on the Hornets.
Again, the same penalty, a delay of game again. I think that's their third one or so.
The second in this half and one earlier in the game, so yeah, third delay.
Third down and 9 or so. The ball is on the Thunder 30-yard line, 27-22. Thunder are still maintaining their 5-point lead. Dropping back for a pass, rolls out right side, Jared Anderson. He's trying to pop forward and trying to run, and he's going to lose 1 or 2 yards on the stiff defense from the Thunder.
Yeah, the Thunder there just kind of watching that, and Fosnot there on the tackle. Joshua Fosnot getting the tackle there for the Thunder.
10:50 remaining, fourth quarter, 4th and 12 for the Hornets on the Thunder 32-yard line, 27-22. Thunder in the lead against the 4th-ranked Hornets in Harvey. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs, KSJBAM.com. We're going to have shotgun formation. Jared Anderson waiting for the snap. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. High snap. Anderson airs it out on the far corner. Nobody there, and it's going to be just batted away by the Thunder. Turnover on downs. The Thunder with another defensive stand, even after the 4 turnovers they caused on offense.
Yeah, the Thunder doing really good on defense just to cover their mistakes right now. That's basically what that third quarter was for them. That ball, Ryan Ost able to tap it away out of the sky. It was nowhere it wasn't really catchable, you could say, for the Hornets.
So with that, the Thunder maintaining their 5-point lead. And here we go, Dewald, and there's Greenike in for the game, but he is stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2 or 3 by Greenike.
Warned by the Hornets.
Yeah, just trying to roll out and go to his left and up the middle, nothing there.
That's his second, a loss for a carry. His first loss was a 1-yard loss on his second carry of the game, and now he lost about 3 on his 21st carry of the game.
Yeah, he's had a lot of carries.
A lot of carries and a lot of gains.
Yep.
9:49 remaining. This quarter is winding down fast. The Thunder maintain a 5-point lead. It's only a 1-score game, and it's been all defense second half. Underneath center, that's going to be Dewald, and that's going to be handoff once again to Greenike. He's still on his feet plowing forward, but that's another good defensive swarm by the Hornets. Still a gain of about 4. Still 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Greenike a little slow to get up there again. You got to watch him because he's had he was out earlier for an injury. Engelhardt on the stop there for the Hornets.
9 minutes remaining, fourth quarter, 27-22. Thunder in Harvey. 3rd and 8 for the Thunder on their own 33-yard line. Underneath center is Dewald. He's going to drop back for a pass. Goes inside the middle, and it's too high up for the intended receiver, Brennan Vance. 4th and 8. And it's going to be, looks like a kick, a punt coming up.
Yep. So the Hornets hold them here on defense. Vance out on the right wing there, running forward, just not able to reel that in. Almost got his fingertips on it, but just a little bit overthrown by Dewald there for an incomplete pass.
All right, so the punt team looks like it's coming out on a 4th and 8 in deep in Thunder territory for the Thunder. Kicking off, Gehring. Hornets, the return to the backfield is Ridge Walker. Snap. Punt. Great punt. And just letting it bounce is Ridge Walker, stopping at the 33-yard line in Hornet territory. So that's where it's going to start. 8:38 remaining in your fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for the Hornets coming up, down by 5.
Hunter White back to down the ball for the Thunder, so they're going to place it right here about the 32-yard line. the Hornets in their own territory, so they got a little bit of work to do if they want to take the lead here.
It's still amazing that the Thunder defense is holding after those 4 turnovers in the third quarter. That's the show how good this defense is for the Thunder. If you haven't noticed, that second quarter was all offense, but I think this is what the true game we were supposed to see. And there's a run by Beck. Gain of 6 or 7. It's going to be about 7 yards on Beck for the carry.
Yeah, Beck just powering his way right up the middle. That is his, let's see, I've got 6th carry here in the third quarter. 19 yards so far in the second half for Beck.
8:14 remaining fourth quarter, 27-22. Thunder in the lead. Hornets control the ball at their own 39-yard line. Underneath center is going to be Jared Anderson, player in motion. Snap, carry by Hayden Beck. And that's going to be a gain of about 4. It's going to be 3rd and inches.
Very close to first down yardage.
We'll see what the chain gang says.
Be Lane Hansen and Talon Walks combined on that tackle there for the Thunder. We'll have to see once here if they're going to.
I think it's going to be 3rd and inches. I don't think nope, they're not going to bring out the chain gang.
Okay.
3rd and inches, under 8 minutes remaining. The Hornets are deep in their territory. They are down by 5 with time running out. Oh, no, they're bringing out the chain gang.
Now they will measure it. So this will be a kind of a huge.
It could be huge. We'll see what it's officially first down. Hornets. So a stand for 3rd and inches. It's first and down.
Yes.
That is on the 41-yard line, if I'm not mistaken, in Hornet territory. So we got a first down for the Hornets. Heading towards midfield. Down by 5. 27-22 Thunder so far. And there's another carry. Officially there, that carry was by Jude Lawson. Gain of 5 by Lawson.
Just a power run right up the middle by Lawson. That's his 3rd carry of the second half for a combined 11 yards.
7:29 remaining. Clock is ticking, fourth quarter. Thunder still maintaining a 5-point lead.
Ball at the 47-yard line, still in Hornet territory.
Thunder's defense has been great. Hornets' defense has also been pretty solid.
Yep.
Their special teams have been excellent, though, for the Hornets.
Yep.
Waiting here for the next snap. Anderson, hands off. That looks like Beck. And he's going to gain 2 yards to make it 3rd and short. 2 yards by Beck.
Hunter White and Weston Ellingson team up for the tackle there for the Thunder.
The ball is right on the 50.
Right on the 50. Right in front of us, Kyle.
Right in front of us, that's for sure. 3rd and 2. Hornets are trying to get back into Thunder territory. 6:31 remaining. Time is ticking. Underneath center, Jared Anderson, I formation. 3rd and 2. Carry Beck. Good running room. That's going to be close again.
Be close. Boy, he may have it, but it's going to be close. We might see chains again.
That's a run on the right side of the line. Oh, geez. That's 4th and inches maybe. Yep, they're bringing out the chain gang. They just brought him in.
Yeah, so some really close measurements here, but it could end up being the difference in this game right here.
And here we go. We're waiting. Chain extends. Out. Is it first down? First, or is it short?
It's short.
I couldn't see what he was saying. 4th and inches. All right, so it's officially 4th and inches. The ball is in Thunder territory on their own 49-yard line. 6:14 remaining. 27-22. Hornets down by 5. 4th and inches for the Hornets. Underneath center is going to be Jared Anderson, and that's a false start on a 4th and inches for the Hornets. That's tough.
Yeah, encroachment there. They're definitely false start, going to back them up. This is going to put the ball back in their own territory at about the 47-yard line.
So they're punting. 6 minutes remaining. I like a fake here. That would be a good call. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We've seen everything in this game so far, except for a little trick play on special teams.
Yep, and if that happens, we'll see if the defense is ready.
5:50 remaining. Once again, a mishap player. They have to get the snap off quick. Snap, punt, high punt. And bounces out at the 34. So the Thunder will start at their own 34-yard line, up by 5, 5:38 remaining. And this is where I think it gets, there's only like 2 possessions left or so. It all depends.
Yep, we get to flip our sheet again here as we go now the other way, but it's we'll see what happens. But the Thunder, I think, were just determined to let that ball bounce no matter what happens. They haven't had very good luck on the receiving end here so far.
Defensive, second half. There's Greenike with the carry. And he is stuffed again. He is not looking the same after that injury, Joe.
No, he's not able to really do anything. That or the Hornets have stepped up their defense. Lawson on the tackle for the Hornets there, kind of reading that play. And Greenike not able to do anything with that. But Greenike able to work so good in the first half and started the third quarter with an explosion.
And then quiet. Third, that was -2, by the way. So 2nd and 12. Is that Greenike again? And he's got a flag. We got a flag. And it looks like on the Hornets. They got to the original first down marker, but what's the head referee say? It's a face mask by the defense that helps the Thunder. Hornets now have to play a little strain on the defense on a 1st and 10 with only 5 minutes remaining. The Thunder are maintaining a 5-point lead.
So that's like a 15-yard penalty on the Hornets. Going to move the ball across midfield, so the Thunder will have the ball in Hornet territory at about the 48-yard line.
4:45 remaining. Clock is ticking. 1st and 10, Thunder in Hornets territory, up by 5. They're just running that clock down. Dewald, Greenike, carry, breaks free, gains 7 yards at the 40-yard line in Hornet territory.
There's the Greenike we saw earlier. He was able to run to his left and break a tackle, and he dove his way up to the 40-yard line. But we got a Hornet player down. And
so we got another injury timeout. Since we have a little time, Joe, 4:13 remaining in the fourth quarter. Score right now, Thunder 27, Hornets 22. Hornets come in as the 5th-ranked team, beat Carrington 12-0. First quarter, defensive, we'll say. Second quarter, all offense. Third quarter, defensive special teams, I would say.
And a little sloppy.
A little sloppiness for both teams.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter, since we're winding down, it's been mostly pure defense. Not too much sloppiness, but it's been pure defense. And it looks like, is that Shimke again? No.
No, this one is Eric Keller.
Eric Keller with that. So we've had a lot of injury timeouts too. So this game is, it's been extending, but it's been going quick at the same time with how much offense there's been.
Yeah, a lot of offense, just not a lot of scoring since early in the third quarter, really. Both teams doing good on defense here as of late.
That was the last score, was in the third quarter, first play. It's been all defense. Here we go on a 2nd and short. Thunder in Harvey territory, 4 minutes on the clock. 1-0 teams going at it. Greenike, left side, and he's going to get the first down, a gain of 5 by Greenike.
Yeah, it looks like he's got that first down as he's going to power his way up across the 40 to about the 36-yard line. Let's see where they place that ball. But a nice carry there by Greenike will be about the 37-yard line.
Clock is running. They only have to take timeouts. They only have 2 timeouts left, if I'm not mistaken, because they took one right away at the third quarter, the Hornets did. So they only can stop the clock twice. So they still have time to stop them on defense without taking timeouts. But the way the defense is playing, do you give your team 30 seconds to score? That's the thing. This second half has not been offensive at all.
It hasn't.
Toss, Greenike again, breaks free to the right side, and he's going to gain another 5 yards.
Yeah, good powerful play, rolling to his right, crossing that 35-yard line down to about the 33-yard line for Greenike.
3:16 remaining. The clock is the friend of the Thunder, the enemy of the Hornets.
For right now, yes.
3 minutes remaining, 27-22, Thunder. Second and a manageable 6. The way Green Ike's been running, 2nd and 6 is easy peasy.
Yeah.
3 backs in the backfield. Underneath center, Dewald. And it's going to be Green Ike getting stuffed. Gain of 2 by Green Ike.
It's going to move him to about the 30-yard line.
We got a timeout for the Hornets, and that'll make it 3rd and short. 2:47 remaining. This is where it gets a little chess match. This is where the chess match starts. Back in 30 seconds, KSJB. This is a big 3rd down. Brett Doctor took his 2nd timeout of the 2nd half. He only has 1 timeout, if I am not mistaken, and it is 3rd and 4 on the 30-yard line in Hornet territory. And this is where defenses need to step up, or the offenses need to step up.
We'll see who prevails.
Yes. Toss. Green Ike. Stuffed. Gain up 1. 4th and short. Timeout. Brett Doctor. 2:39 remaining, and this is where things get interesting. They need 1 more stop for the Hornets, but all the Thunder need is 1 first down on a 4th and manageable 3.
Yeah, so we'll see what the Thunder are going to say here. They take a timeout. Well, actually, the Hornets stop the clock.
Yes,
correct?
the Hornets need to stop the clock.
Stop the clock.
Yes.
They needed to, with just 2:39 to go here, because this is going to be huge. The Thunder will go for it, and if they prevail, well, that's like Kyle said, they'll run more of the clock down, but if the Hornets turn it over, it's anybody's ball game.
You know what, Joe? I'm excited that we had a great football game on the radio, and thank you to all of our listeners and our sponsors to make this broadcast possible. And if you guys could make the game, I hope we did a good job to make you feel at the game. That's our goal. You know, it's only the 3rd game of the season for us, but hopefully we did a good job tonight.
That's right. What's our motto, Kyle?
We have a motto? Oh,
I think so.
Oh, gosh.
Something about our sports?
Oh, your sports, our tradition.
There you go. There you go.
4th down. Dewald gives it the Green Ike. It's close. I don't know, Joe. It's stuffed. It's stuffed. Turnover on downs for the Thunder. Hornets take over. 2:33 remaining. 1 score game.
That was the 11th carry of the 2nd half for Green Ike, and he was not able to gain. Boy, he put his power into it. He gave it his all. I'll give him that. You could see him fighting his way. Took quite a bit to take him down, but here we go. The Hornets with the ball and trail by 5, 27-22 to the Thunder.
1st and 10 on their own 30 for the Hornets. And are we going to already have a flag on the play?
We have a flag, but not sure
it's on the Hornets. Not a good way to start your final drive. Once again, this is the only drive the Hornets really get on offense because they're out of timeouts.
Yeah.
The Hornets need the do or die on quick plays right now.
So is that a...
That was a false start. So
false start, okay.
5 yards loss. 1st and 15. The ball is on the Hornets' 25-yard line. They have to drive 75 yards. Be in the lead by 1. Snap. Dewald. Throw. Quick pass. Completed. Shimke breaks free to the 40. Inside the 45. And that's going to be a 20-yard completion. Clock is running.
A nice pass there. Shimke grabbing that ball. That's his first complete pass to Shimke. He had missed 4 of them to him earlier here in the 2nd half. So a huge gain there for the Hornets.
2:17 remaining, 27-22. Hornets down by 5. Hornets control the ball. Snap. Shotgun pass. Dropping back for a pass. Going up, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for the wide receiver. I believe that was Ridge Walker.
Yeah, I believe so. Walker in front of the defense, but the throw just a little too high, kind of bouncing off his hand as he tried to jump for that, but not able to reel that one in.
27-22, Thunder. Hornets control the ball. Last offensive possession for them. 2:08 remaining. Shotgun formation. Here for Jared Anderson. Dropping back. A bullet pass. Too far behind Shimke.
Yeah, Shimke cutting through. He had coverage there by Ryan Ost for the Thunder, and it was thrown right behind Shimke. he had no chance to really grab that ball at all.
3rd and 10. The ball is on the 45-yard line in Hornet territory. 2:04 remaining. They only have 2 more plays to get a first down. And then that is it if they don't get it. Waiting here for the snap. Underneath center, Jared Anderson. 2 wide receivers to the right. I formation. Quick pass to Ridge Walker. He has running room. He gets the first down. He's to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and inside the 10-yard line. And we have a first and goal for the Hornets.
About a 50-yard run there. Ridge Walker breaking free on the far side of the field. And now we have a timeout called, Kyle.
That would be the Thunder with the timeout because of a first and goal, but we also have a injured player. Looks like cramping up. This game has been long, and we have a Hornet cramping up on the player. Oh, we got 2 players down. Thank you very much. We got 2 Hornet players down on that. How big a play was that, Joe?
It had 50 yards.
5, 10, 50, 20. Yeah, that's 50 yards. About 50 yards on that pass. So that was, once again,
Anderson just did a nice job. Quick threw it off and out to his right, where basically Walker was wide open at about the 35 or 40-yard line roughly, and he was able to run that down the far side, broke a couple tackles, and took it all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So Walker gets up. The Hornets. So now if the Hornets score with over a minute left, the Thunder are not out of it. They still have 2 timeouts left, the Thunder do, even if the Hornets score. So even if the Hornets score, this game is not done at all.
That is right.
Because look what happened in the 2 minutes in the second quarter. 2 scores. We're in the 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. Could be possibly 2 scores.
We'll see what happens right here.
Ripplinger is coming off the field.
Yep, Ripplinger walking, getting helped off, walking under his own strength, though. Looks to be walking okay.
Here we go. First and goal from the 9-yard line. Hornets. They are up 20. They are down 27-22. Run left side is Beck, and he gains roughly 5 yards on the Beck carry.
They're just a power move, running to his left and cutting in. And minute 30 to go here.
1:30 remaining, 27-22. Thunder up by 5. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. They're trying to run down the clock since they're so close. Underneath center, Anderson, I formation. 1 wide receiver to left, 1 to the right. Quarterback, keeper, inside the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets. Touchdown, Hornets. The Hornets take a 28-27 lead.
Anderson just keeping that ball, and he actually got some good blocking. He dove into the end zone, but he could have, I think, ran it in untouched, Kyle. He pretty much a nice job by the offensive line there and the Hornets, and they take the lead.
That's with 1:13 remaining. 1:13 remaining, and that's a touchdown. 2-yard touchdown run. Waiting the 2-point conversion. Underneath center, and it's going to be a keeper for Anderson, and he's going to, it's going to be close. No good. 28-27. And just like that, we have 1:13 remaining. Edgeley, Ellendale-Kulm have 2 timeouts remaining. Flag on the play. Flag on the last play. That's huge.
Yeah,
That's pretty huge.
that could mean a redo maybe.
They said no good, the ref said.
Yep.
Holding penalty against the Hornets.
Holding.
Holding.
So either way, it's canceled out.
Leaving the score 20.
All right, Joe. 28, 27. Harvey-Wells County Hornets. 1:13 remaining. The Thunder have 1 minute, 13 seconds, 2 timeouts remaining. That's anybody's game yet.
Oh, it is. It is. See, once they need one big run, and
So they have 3 timeouts remaining.
okay, we were just told here.
Okay, so they have
In the
3
box.
timeouts. They have 3 timeouts. All right, so they have 3 timeouts. We just were told in the. So that's even better odds for the Thunder. So if you were listening on the radio, 3 timeouts, 1:13 left. that feels pretty good. Don't forget, they had a good return earlier in the second half.
Yeah, they did. Dylan Madke put up a nice one earlier, and then it was Clayton Greenike that took it in for like 45 yards or 48 yards. So if they can replay that, they'll answer right back. So we'll see what happens.
Here we go. Kickoff. There it is. It's a squib, and it's rolling on the ground. Picked up by the Thunder, barely. Bad news for the Hornets. It's at their own 45. Good news for the Thunder. It's at the Hornets' 45.
Yeah, Hunter White had a touch on that ball, so it was a live ball, but it was finally Nathan Peterson jumping on that ball.
That's a risky play by the coach for the Hornets.
Yeah, really, because now a few good plays and they could be within field goal range.
Exactly, and they can kick the ball. Here we go, dropping back for a pass, Dewald, and it is incomplete by Brendan Vance. He was wide open, Brandon Vance was.
The ball thrown just a little bit ahead of him. Vance had to dive for it and couldn't quite reel it in. Otherwise, Vance would have been up to about the 25-yard line after that.
1 minute, 8 seconds remaining. 28-27. Hornets in Harvey. This is making up for 2 blowout games in 2 weeks.
Right on.
Here we go. Underneath center is Dewald. I formation. Dewald rolling out to the left. He's going for a pass to the tight end. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 on the Hornet 46-yard line. But we still have 3 timeouts for the Thunder. They are facing a 3rd and 10, though. That's the major thing.
That pass intended for Hunter White, and he was under double coverage out on the left wing there and not able to even get a hand on it. He was a ball thrown a little bit too far ahead of him. Not able to get a hand on it at all.
1:04 remaining. The Thunder are down by 1 point. Underneath center is Dewald. Dropping back. Dewald to the tight end Vance. Is that a pass interference? No, it was not. The ref said it was clean. Incomplete pass.
That pass right to Brendan Vance. He had his hands on it. It was tipped away from the back by Ridge Walker. And we have another Hornet down out on the field.
So that pass, it looks like the defensive player touched the ball. That was it. Touched the ball and punched it out. We have 1 minute remaining, Joe. 28-27. Hornets are in the lead in Harvey. And this game last year was all defense, and it was a 6-point game. This year's game, everything?
A little of everything.
Everything?
I think we've seen everything.
And once again, hopefully we are doing a good job here on the radio to bring you all the play-by-play action. And it's been a good one here in Harvey on this Labor Day weekend. Good way to start out the weekend, a good football game on KSJB.
Yeah, it's been a real good one. Here we go. 4th and 10.
4th and 10. The Thunder control the ball. Need 10 yards. Dewald underneath center, dropping back for a pass. He airs it up. Vance is open. Complete to Vance. First down, Thunder.
And that's all the way to the 20-yard line. A pass of about a 25-yard gain on that pass. Brendan Vance had to wait for that ball a little bit to come down to him, but he was open. He had beat his men down and got another Hornet down right at the 20-yard line on defense here. But now the Thunder within getting close to that field goal range.
If they can, it depends how good the kicker kicks, and I really don't know, honestly.
I don't either.
Not too many teams kick field goals in North Dakota football that I've noticed, that I've done throughout the years. You never know. So 54 seconds remaining, 28-22, Hornets up by 1. The Hornets did their job on offense. Defense, they're kind of faltering right now. But Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm faltered on offense and special teams for a while. Now their offense is coming alive.
Yep, so now the Thunder come back here and take the field. They trail by 1, 28-27.
50 seconds. Underneath center on a 1st and 10 is Dewald. Greenike has room. He's plowing forward and finally swarmed by the Hornets.
And
it's going to be Timeout. So they have 2 more timeouts left for Thunder. So they can run the ball 2 more times because they have 2 timeouts.
It was about I believe that ball started at the 20, so about an 7-8 yard gain for Greenike, running to his left, and a power move once he was caught at about the 15, powered his way up to about the 12. So the ball is placed at the Hornets' 12-yard line. Thunder have taken another timeout. Clock stopped at 40 seconds.
Jeez, 40 seconds, and we're in that situation again. If the Thunder score, granted, the Hornets may only have 10 seconds, but still, anything can happen in those 10 seconds. These last 2 minutes at the end of each half have been crazy. 28-27 Hornets in Harvey. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs here tonight. Here we go, 2nd and 2 for the Thunder. Dewald, toss, Greenike has running room, gets the first down, and it's 1st and goal, Thunder. 35 seconds left. That's a 5-yard gain.
5-yard gain there by Greenike. Handoff from Dewald. They're wasting no time, going right to the huddle.
Underneath center is going to be Dewald. I formation, quick snap, hands it off. Greenike stuffed in the backfield, and that's the last time out, I believe, for the Thunder. We have 25 seconds remaining. It is officially 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he's pushed back to about the 10. Loss of a couple yards there as the nice read by the Hornets defense cutting through. That ball handed off to Greenike, and he couldn't do anything with that.
So once again, the Thunder take a timeout. They are down by 1 point, 28-27. 25 seconds remaining. The Hornets went and scored with under 2 minutes left. The Thunder got the ball back with 1 minute, 13 seconds left. There's 25 seconds left now. It is 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line, which is going to be the strength. Here we go. Dewald, pass, right side, tight end, broke apart, almost intercepted, stops the clock, 20 seconds remaining, 3rd and goal, 10-yard line.
Yep, Brennan Vance, the intended receiver there, but the Hornets had more of a touch on that ball than anybody, and they were, luckily for the Thunder, they just broke that up instead of intercepting it. So 20 seconds to go here in the ball game. A 1-point game. The Thunder need to score pretty much, or the Hornets will win.
So yes, it all depends. The Thunder need to score. Dewald underneath center on a 3rd and goal. And it's going to be Greenike, and it edges. It's edged. 13 seconds, and we have the last timeout done for the Thunder. Joe Jacobs, it is officially 4th and goal from the 1. Last play of the game. How do you cap off this game with perfect play to end the game? 4th and goal from the 1. Is it going to be the Thunder offense or the Hornet defense on a 4th and goal from the 1? 12 seconds remaining. Guaranteed the last play. No more timeouts.
12 seconds on the clock. We're going to go. Greenike was able to power his way to the 1-yard line.
Field goal. Field goal. They're attempting a field goal. The snap is going to be here. Kicker, Gehring for the win. Snap, hold, kick, up. Good. It is good. It is good. The Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm Thunder field goal is good for the win. Final score, 30 for the Thunder, 28 for the Hornets. Wow.
What a finish that was. What do you think, Kyle? A gutsy call? But yet,
no, it was a perfect call.
Perfect call. I'd agree.
Perfect call.
Yep.
They were already pretty much in extra point range. 4th and goal, that's closer than extra point range. Final score, again, not yet. Joe, there's still 7 seconds left. We still have a kickoff.
Yes, we do.
I got a little excited there because I saw the field goal And that didn't take much time off the clock at all. So,
Only about 4 seconds.
4 seconds. That's it. So we have 7 seconds remaining. Still anybody's game. But the Harvey-Wells County defense has been great, except there. The special teams has been excellent. I apologize for that. You know, I got excited. We still have 7 seconds with the field goal. So that was a gutsy call because it stopped the clock for the Hornets. Kick. They're going for a line drive.
A nice kick.
And it's going to be picked up inside the 10. He's running. Clock is running. And we have 2.7 seconds remaining.
One play pretty much left.
20-yard line, 2.7 seconds to go.
2.7. Joe, what do you do with 2.7 seconds remaining? With a Hail Mary?
Hail Mary. That's right. And remember Brett? No, it was Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers.
We go back to the NFL. We could see it. It could happen. It's high school football.
Spread offense. We have tons of defense, tons of defensive backs for the Thunder. This is 30-28, Thunder in the lead. Snap. Clock is gone. Air ball up in the air. Intercepted by Vance. Final score officially Thunder 30, Hornets 28 here on KSJB.
Wow, he aired it up, and basically Shimke, the intended receiver, just a little bit underthrow. Vance read it and stepped in front of it, ending the ball game.
Final score 30 for the Thunder, 28 for the Hornets. A field goal wins the game, and I believe, didn't the Thunder lose by a field goal to get kicked out of the playoffs last year against Oaks?
Against Oaks. That's correct.
Karma comes back, if you haven't noticed, in a close game. Final score 30 for the Thunder, 28 for the Hornets. Back in a few moments. KSJB. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs here in Harvey, North Dakota at LC Lurch Field. What a game it was. Final score: the Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm Thunder defeat the Harvey-Wells County Hornets 30-28 on an 8-yard field goal with 8 seconds remaining. The offense for the Hornets couldn't get anything going after those 8 seconds as they got the ball back. And what a game it was here tonight. Non-region matchup, keep in mind. Let's keep going now. Let's start with the first quarter. Not much happened compared to the rest of the quarters, that's for sure. The only touchdown was an 11-yard touchdown pass for the Thunder. That was from Dewald to Brennan Vance. Extra point good, 7-0 Thunder. Now, we had a punt, turnover downs. Harvey-Wells County Hornets, their first touchdown. 10:30 in the second quarter. A 14-yard touchdown pass from Jared Anderson to Hunter Ripplinger. 2-point good. 8-7 Hornets. Then we had an interception by Ost from the Hornets, or excuse me, the Thunder intercepted the Hornets, and then the Thunder capitalized. 2:10 remaining, second quarter. A 17-yard touchdown run by Clayton Greenike. Extra point no good. 13-8 Thunder. The Hornets answer back less than a minute later. 1:18 in remaining, second quarter. It was a 50-yard touchdown pass, officially from Jared Anderson to, it was Shimke, Trevor Shimke. 2-point conversion, good. 16-13, Hornets. We weren't done yet. 52 seconds remaining, second quarter. Touchdown, Thunder. A 70-yard touchdown run by no other than Clayton Greenike. Extra point good, 20-16, halftime. Third quarter, 11:40, first play in the third quarter for the Thunder. A 48-yard touchdown run by Greenike. Extra point good, 27-16, Thunder. Thunder had a comfortable lead. Next play, though, the Hornets stalled out on offense. They kicked it, and it was a muffed punt by the Thunder. That led to a great field position for the Hornets. That was officially a pass from Jared Anderson to Ridge Walker. 23-yard touchdown pass, 27-22. Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm. Okay, so it stayed like that until the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. We had a turnover and downs with an onside kick, a punt, a fumble, interception, a fumble, turnover and downs, punt, turnover, and then fourth quarter, 1:13 remaining. It was a touchdown, a 2-yard touchdown run, quarterback keeper for Jared Anderson for the Hornets. Extra point, no good. 28-27 Hornets. We're not done yet. With 1:13 remaining, the Thunder start driving. They get to the 1-yard line. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. They decide to go for a field goal, not run out the clock. The kicking was done by Cole Gehring, the junior. He kicks it. 3-point conversion, or 3-point attempt for the field goal. Good. That made it 30-28. Now I got overly excited and thought the game was done, which, by the way, Joe, the score was finally at.
It was.
You gotta love when you get. We didn't have a couple games like this, so it was exciting. So with that, they had the ball. The Hornets had the ball with less than 8 seconds remaining. They get it out to somewhat at the 35-yard line. 2.7 seconds remaining. One offensive play intercepted by Brennan Vance. Final score 30-28. Thunder 2-0 against the number 5 Harvey-Wells County Hornets. They're now 1-1, and I can see the Thunder being somewhere in the top 10 now next week.
Yeah, we'll see where they come out. But in your defense, Kyle, a 32-8 game with 10 seconds on the clock isn't really exciting.
No, not really. That's our last few games has been like that. So, Joe,
this was good.
We have a lot of stats to get to. Let's go.
All right, here we go. We'll start with the Harvey-Wells County. I'll get this right. The Hornets on offense here. Carries. They had 20 carries in the second half for 65 yards, and Ridge Walker had the largest gain of 9 in that second half. In the first half, they had 10 carries for 27 yards, so they had 30 carries unofficially for 92 yards. Passing-wise, they're 5 of 13 for 127 yards. A lot of passing going on, a lot of big plays for the Hornets. So they were 6 of 14 for 182 yards in the first half, so they were combined 11 of 27 for 309 yards for the total game. Biggest pass completions were to Ridge Walker, a 50-yarder, and also to Mr. Trevor Shimke, a 50-yarder as well. He had also a 45 and a 35 in there and a 23 late in the game, all by Trevor Shimke. Penalty-wise, the Hornets had 30 yards of penalties, though, that kind of hurt them there. They had a 4th and short that turned into they had to kick the ball. That's what really hurt them, but they had 15 yards of offsides and a couple delay of games and 1 illegal sub. So they had 10 yards in the first half, so 40 yards total of penalties for the Hornets. That wraps up their offense. We'll flip the sheet and go to the away team, the Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm Thunder. In the second half, they had 18 carries for 98 yards against, again, most of those by Mr. Clayton Greenike. He put up 181 yards in the first half. Combined, I got unofficially for him about 280 yards of offensive rushing.
That was for whom?
Clayton Greenike.
Okay.
And total in the game, unofficially, 40 carries for 290 yards as a team. Passing-wise, they didn't do so great in the second half. The Thunder were 1 of 6 for 25 yards on a complete pass to Brennan Vance, but it was late in that drive in the fourth quarter when they really needed a first down, so it was a huge completion. Overall in the game, 8 of 13 for 87 yards of complete passing. Biggest pass completion was that one of Brennan Vance for 25 yards, and Luke Wirtz had a 20-yard completion back in the first quarter. Penalty-wise, they had 20 yards of penalty in the second half and a total of 55 yards in the game of penalties for the Thunder. That wraps up the stats that I have for this ball game. Again, final score, the Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm Thunder 30 and the Harvey-Wells County Hornets 28.
Next games for the Thunder They're at Larimore, ranked number 2. That could be a very good game right there, since they just beat a number 5 ranked Hornets tonight. They're versus Carrington in Ellendale on the 16th. They're at Oak Grove on the 23rd. Hornets, they're taking on Oaks in Harvey next week. Then it will be at Lakota Edmore to go to Prairie in Lakota on the 15th. So that's some of the upcoming games for both teams. So, Joe, what a game.
It was
a game.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and we're going to be in Linton next week for a game in Linton HMB. And so make sure you tune in for that 9-man football action. We're back at it. We'll do another Thunder game coming up on October 15th versus Oaks in Kulm. So we're going to take a little break from the Class A matchups, and then we'll be back. And I have a feeling we're going to be back even later in the season at the rate this football team is playing tonight.
Yeah.
Will they meet again? Well, that depends how the
Yep.
playoffs will go out. So
Right.
that'll do it for us. Once again, Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs, final score. It was the Ellendale-Edgeley-Kulm Thunder 30, Harvey-Wells County Hornets 28. What a game, Joe. Anything you want to add before we go?
I can't say much. I thought, all the way to the final seconds could have been anybody's ball game.
It came down literally to that 2.7 seconds, too, because if there's a Hail Mary, that's what happens.
And that final kick, you had to watch because
It veered.
to the left.
Yep.
And we did not know if it was good until the officials actually raised their hands.
It
So,
veered wide left,
Yes,
but
it did.
it was officially in the field goal stand. So
Yes.
final score, 30-28. Thunder 2-0, Hornets 1-1. We'll be back next week, Friday night, 7 o'clock, right here on KSJB. Thank you to Steve Allen for putting up with an exciting game. It didn't go the double overtime like we predicted. So he can go home now, I guess. I'm Kyle Dean.
And I'm Joe Jacobs.
I'll see you guys on the radio in the afternoon, and we'll see Joe next Friday. See you guys later, KSJB.
Good night, everyone. 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 Good night, everyone.